Hello, hello, Shagathano here. Welcome back to Genshin Impact here on the 20th of November 2022, local time, 1840. Changed as I was speaking. Alright, we just gonna pick up with this quest here, basically cleaning up loose ends again today. Well, I guess last time we wrapped up, I mean, I guess it was a loose end, but we wrapped up the Archon quest, so now I've been working on clearing up loose ends like this quest here, which is gonna get us access to the clearance stuff here in the desert. So that's a big loose end because it was blocking access to a lot of things. So excited to do that, and we'll see what else crops up today. Also want to check the wishes. It's going to be, yeah, I saw this pop up on the launcher, and there's still something I kind of want to talk about with the launcher, but I haven't seen enough on it that I'm going to hold off. So this is a new character. Layla or something? No, not history. Details. Layla, yeah. This is a new character, so it'd be good to get her. And I guess... I don't know, when I used Tartaglia in the past, Child, whatever we want to call him. I used him in the past, and I wasn't the biggest fan of the way he played, personally. I'm sure some people are a big fan of him, but, I honestly didn't use Yaimiko. I do have her, I think, but I have not used her. But if I'm going to do any polls, I'll go on the Yaimiko banner to see what happens. And it will make sure we get Layla here. Problem is now, I want to make sure we get the full spread thing, full screen. So I got to click through all these until it happens. It's always nice when you get a new character and you get the full spread. There we are. Easy enough, just like that. So, I don't think she would work well with my current team. I would need to build something new out because she's Cryo. And, well, Cryo is fine for my team.
May the glory
But
of the Prinzessin bring light to this
Eula
world.
already does Cryo, theoretically. But really, I'm more concerned about her just dealing beefy damage. Cryo does synergize, it's just not really what I'm going for. I think I looked down here the other day, and I didn't see anything, but I decided I want to double check before progressing on. Okay, let's climb back up and let's get into that doorway and see what's going on. Let's go this way. This is not going to work out very well, is it? Alright, let's get a little bit more height, and... whoops. Yeah, it's not going to work out very well. I was hoping to get a good run up here. I mean, I could have just climbed this. Whatever. No. I'm also hoping to avoid this fight. Nope. Yeah, they're booking it. Hold up. Where'd that one disappear off to? Back to his path, yeah. Alrighty, let's see what's going on over here. I don't remember their names or anything, but I mean, it's a side quest. It's not as critical as like an Archon quest, but basically what I remember of this is a guy was like, what's up with like those dudes that I hired to do whatever, and like I hope they're okay, and I hope the Sumpter Beasts are okay and stuff, and then find out that they all like fell down this big hole, and we're trying to find our way out now, because they don't have powers like I do that they can just warp out of here. We're here. Tirzad decided to come exploring with us. What now? You mean that researcher actually changed his mind? Ugh. There was like a really drunk dude, too. He knows the pros and cons, so naturally he came along. Maybe this was the drunk dude. Alright, well, you'll get the chance to show off your skills soon enough. How should we enter the interior of the ruins? This is a researcher's specialty, right? This should be a piece of cake for you, right, Tirzad? Of course, I might be an indoor zoology researcher, but something as basic as this can't be too different from what's written in the books. Watch this. Is it going to be like a puzzle thing? Because this is the clearance thing, I guess, right? This is... There, that should do it. Oh, it actually worked, yeah. He's not completely full of shit so far. Whoa, the door really opened. Oh, that's Mr. Tearzod for you. That's what sets us professionals apart from the amateurs. Paimon wonders what it's like inside. Let's go in and take a look. Oh. Didn't expect this. That would explain why I never got all the waypoints in the desert. Because there was an achievement that I was like, wait a minute, how have I still not obtained that? Paimon never expected to find a place like this under the sand. I had no idea there'd be a space as big as this inside either, and it looks really well preserved too. Hey Tearzod, you're a researcher who specializes in this sort of thing, right? Could you tell us more? Well, I can't really say. Huh? Why's that? Rigor is key to academic research. We only just got here. I wouldn't want to jump to any conclusions. Oh, that does sound like a very researcherly thing to say. I'm a legitimate researcher. I'll have you know that I have a research permit issued by the academia. Yeah, they're kind of like... They're not what they were back when this quest started, though. Alright, we're gonna have to break this out. I'm glad it's not a domain. Wait, what? Oh, not Dendro. There we go. Let's double check down here, see if anything stands out, like any challenges or what. I mean, we straight up have like dudes just chilling down here. So we know hilly churls eat, right? I mean, I guess there's scorpions and stuff in here they can eat. What needs do hilly churls have, being from the abyss and all that? Being the Conrian citizens.
Solidify.
Because they're like just... They're down here, you know, they've been living down here, basically. I'm really thinking about whether I want to go for that, for another Yaimiko. I mean, like I said, I haven't even used her. Would I use her? I don't know what her, her special is. That would be probably an important part of making that decision. Okay, yeah, this doesn't actually loop around. I thought it was going to go around the back, that's why I jumped down here. That was going to be a circle. So yeah, we're probably good here. Let's keep going. As long as I see nothing over here, let's keep going. Damn it, didn't mean to fall. Alright. Let's... Gotcha, bitch! Unagi meat. Watch out. Surprise attacks are a dirty trick, but you don't want to mess with me either. Help me, Shaggoth. You have to protect me. But that scared the daylights out of me. You're more impressive than you look, Jet. It's my job. I'll show any jerk what happens when they underestimate me. Since the threat's been eliminated, let's keep moving. Sacred Seal Sheephead. Alright, you're gonna make me do this again. I'm kind of not the biggest fan of having to switch elements like that to do certain things in the world. Like, I like it, but I just don't like it. It feels time consuming, or it's like, they're not in my party. I have to switch parties.
My illustrious name.
I really wish there was a, I've mentioned this before, but a quick swap would be nice. We have 4 parties set up, so like control 1 through 4 or something, I don't know. Speaking of which, Father used to live in the desert, but he left the desert with me before I was old enough to remember. So this is actually my first time going deep into the desert. I thought it would just be boring, full of sand. I didn't expect it to be so full of surprises. Actually, it's my first time this deep in the desert as well. Ah, no wonder you struggled so much on this trip. Looks like everyone here is a desert rookie. Hey, Father, tell us about your life in the desert. Think of it as passing on your experience. That's all in the past. There's nothing worth talking about. Ah, that's what you always say. It's not like you have some big secret to hide or something. You gotta read that stuff fast, man. Still probably one of my, if not my biggest complaint. Well, I don't know. Nah, I don't say this is my biggest complaint, but it's a pretty big complaint of, like, just some general stuff. Okay. I don't know what happened. Whatever. Cubes. Wait a minute. You seem good at dodging those devices. It's easy for us. I was mainly talking about Shoggoth, actually something. So you are Shoggoth's flight teacher, aren't you? No, Paimon's not. Damn it. Face the other way. I was curious how these relate to the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles, Cube God, from the start of the game. If they do. That's what I'm trying to say.
Cry out my illustrious name.
We got a Dendroculus
At the frying pan, eye
for 2.
eye for an eye. Rack and ruin.
That's even better than just a loose end. I wasn't even seeing the map yet until after I said that, because I saw it actually floating over here. I don't want to activate anything yet, not until we're done in here. Not enough clearance, eh? Alright, well there was like a gap down here. Oh, I can't. Yo, wait, we got a Dendroculus, but there's still 2 more showing up. Don't tease me like this game. I want to be able to, like, get the glider on and just, like, fall down with the elevator at a similar rate.
Stabilize.
Okay, so how does this thing work again? We have to shock it when it gets near... Yeah, when it gets near this, like if we shock it, it becomes real. No! Oh my god. Oh my god, there we go. Okay. He's all shriveled up. I think you got to use Dendro on it. Yeah, that sucks. Oh wait, we have the last one here. Sorry, little dude. I actually feel bad for it. I really do.
What trinkets lie
Anything
veiled
in
within
here?
this desolate plain?
Because we have 2 Dendroculus kind of hanging out somewhere. It feels a bit like a domain, but it's not. I like it. You know we gotta dig that up. Unless it pops out. Nope. I saw literally nothing happen. We're like right around the oculi.
No rest.
Eye for an eye.
Give me that. Dung beetle ass. No clearance. Said, ah, stop. I can't go on. Let's rest for a while. Is something wrong with Tearsot? Let's check on or something. I was sneezing as it happened.
Cry out my illustrious name.
Yeah, I was sneezing as the dialogue happened. Sacred Seal Valley. Yeah, so for some reason, in between streams, my nose got all weird and I've been sneezing nonstop. Like, either sneezing or just, like, blowing my nose. We've been walking around for a while without making any progress, so why don't we take a little rest? Are you kidding? It's hardly been any time at all, and you're already thinking of resting? I said it before, didn't I? I'm an indoor zoology researcher. I should never have come out into the middle of nowhere like this. Wait a minute, Paimon's confused. Wasn't the archaeology mission your idea? Jet, Jabrail, and Noctigal only came because you hired them, right? Yes, that's correct. So it was your idea, then why have you been dragging your feet this whole time? If we didn't know the truth, Paimon would think that Jabrail must have kidnapped you to get some legendary treasure in the ruins or something. Ah, you're funny, Paimon. My father may be a grump, but he'd never do something like that. Don't get mad at Paimon. Paimon's only telling it like it is. Don't bully Paimon. I'm sorry, my father isn't a bad guy. Really isn't a bad guy, believe me. And why is Tearsot so unmotivated? And it's because I don't care for the topic at all. If it wasn't for this accursed stone slate, I'm always told to be original in my research, to go find material that no one has ever worked on before. What's the value or meaning of research if everyone is just following the herd or reproducing each other's work? Or so I've been told. But what am I compared to such a long-standing academic tradition and all my seniors in research? I'm no academic genius, so what can I think of that others can't? Hey, it me! Here's odd me. There are no academic gaps left these days that I can identify and fill. Paimon doesn't really get academic stuff either, but since this is your job, you should take it seriously. I do. I give it my all. Why else would I have spent so much more to come to this Archon-forsaken place? It's funny, but this Scarlet Sand Slate was actually the research project of a relative of mine. She was originally a young researcher with limitless promise, but one day she left the family behind and eloped with some wild boy from who knows where. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I heard that they fled into this desert back in those days. Unfortunately, I was a kid then and only saw her a few times. I can't even remember what she looked like. All the more reason to buck up, since you're researching the same thing. There's a chance for a reunion, isn't there? Fate is an unpredictable thing, after all. It's gonna happen. Even if we really did meet again, and even if we really recognized each other, how could I even face her? The way I am now, I'm no different from a stray dog, living off the scraps thrown away by others. Since I'm incapable of constructing any new theories, all I could do was take my chances in the field and see if I could dig up any new materials to base my paper on. Though when it comes to King Deshret, the academic community has long since concluded that he was just another self-destructive tyrant. Speaking of which, she must have left this stone slate behind when she left back then, because Even she knew this lousy thing had no research value. And yet I took it to be a treasure. Ah, this silly stone slate. I must have been out of my mind to think I'd really be able to stumble upon something. Still, Paimon doesn't think you should lose heart. Because we often make surprising discoveries while exploring ruins like these, right, Shoggoth? There will at least be treasure chests for sure. Although those might not be much use to Tirzad. None of you have ever done serious academic research. How could you possibly understand me or the difficulties of being a researcher? Stop talking like a child. The academia might control the path to academic publication, but they don't have a monopoly on knowledge itself. If this is all you know about King Deshret, then you should have abandoned academia from the very beginning, because it's clear you won't get any results. Father, you're just a paid mercenary. What right do you have to comment on my ideas? Well, if he's an eremite, they might have their own ideas about Deshret that you haven't thought to ask about or look into. So far, you seem to have very little in the way of professional credentials as a researcher. That much you have already admitted yourself. Me? You! Tirad gets so worked up that the blood rushes to his head, causing him to faint. What a nerd! Uh-oh, what happened? Will he be okay? We should keep a closer eye on him after this, and not let him drink anymore. He must not have completely sobered up yet when Father made him so mad that all the blood rushed to his head. That was weird, though. Why'd you have to get so mad at him? We can't stop just because he keeps dragging his feet. Huh? But we can't just leave him here either. I'll stay behind to keep him safe. Meanwhile, you and Jet keep looking for an exit. Well, what should we do now, Shoggoth? Time's a-wasting. You're right, let's keep exploring then. Leave Tirzad to my father. You'll have nothing to worry about. I'll come with you guys. He looks like he's in a lot of pain. We probably shouldn't wake him up. Let's get a move on. Enough dawdling. Or dawdling. So we can go here. This is where we came in from. Alright, let's head in here. It's gonna go up? Yep. Yeah, me. I might explain what I mean by that. I'm still looking for Dendroculus.
Of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine, mein Fräulein.
I don't trust these. What about you? Something seems off about that place over there. Careful now. How familiar? Beep? Whoa, it's moving. It looks a lot like the one we just knocked down. Still, it doesn't look like it's going to attack us. On second thought, it can just float in the air just like Paimon. Does that make them distant relatives? Paimon would sooner be related to a pigeon. Beep, beep. This thing's making weird noises again. Where's that sound coming from anyway? And is it really not going to turn on us out of the blue? Shoggoth, don't let your guard down. Can you try talking to it, Paimon? Look, you two are about the same size, so you should be able to talk to each other, right? Oh my goodness. How is Paimon supposed to talk to it? Oh, you're messing with Paimon on purpose, aren't you? Tee-hee. Beep boop beep. It looks like some sort of device. Should we pick it up and try using it? Beep. Yeah, you scared Paimon. It doesn't seem to want to do that. Can you understand it, Jet? I can't understand the meaning, but I can get the feeling. What a weird thing. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, I think it's a lot like you, Paimon. You both look really cute. Paimon told you we're nothing alike. Well, yeah, you're round and cute, Paimon, and it seems a little pokey, but it's still very cute. Paimon totally doesn't get your standards for cute. I think Paimon's cute, too. Now isn't the time for this, Shoggoth. The way I see it, Paimon doesn't get it, but Shoggoth does. I don't know why it's here or what it's used for, but maybe Tirzad will understand if we can get him to take a look at it. You, What should I call you, anyhow? Beep boop? Paimon floats, but you're a little lower off from the ground, so I'll call you Ben Ben. Beep beep. You like this name too? That's great. How do those two even communicate? Jet's amazing. She's amazing in a weird sort of way. Ben, it must be boring hanging around here by yourself. Why don't you come with us? Needless to say, Shoggoth is pretty great too. As for Paimon, she might act a little superior, but she's a good kid who thinks about her companions. You'll definitely come to like her in time. Paimon doesn't act super anything. Anyway, Paimon's not going to fly lower for anyone. Otherwise, Paimon will breathe in a whole load of sand. Come look for my father with us. He may look mean, but actually, well, he actually is kind of mean. But that's just how he is with outsiders. He's nice once you get to know him. And even though Tirzad's a useless researcher, he's not actually a bad guy, right? And you might even be able to save his research, Ben Ben. Beep boop. Well, want to come with us, Ben Ben? Beep beep. That's great, it said yes. Really? Are you guys really talking to each other? Don't worry, Paimon. Ben Ben and I are already joined at the hip. Right, Ben Ben? Beep beep. Oh, what? Yeah, well, let's go back to where my father is. Maybe Tirzad's already woken up. Provided he doesn't open up his eyes, only to see Jabrail and get so mad that he passes out again. Yeah, you never know. Close encounters of the something kind. It went very fast. Of the what kind? I don't know. Some very interesting stuff going on there. I want to talk a little bit about Paimon. I've been watching more YouTube videos about the lore and theories and stuff. And there have been people talking a lot about Paimon. There's something that I don't think I did this quest in Inazuma. It gives us access to a book, though, that I really actually want to read. And there's a lot of interesting lore there. And I think some of it gets tied back to Paimon for a lot of people. There are some people, I think, that actually thought Paimon is the sustainer of heavenly principles. Like, has been, like, reverted into, like... Reverted, I mean, that sounds mean against Paimon, but like changed, like lost her memories and changed into a different form or whatever. I don't think that one, I don't know how much credit people give that one, but one that I've seen a lot is that Paimon is like the god of Seelies. And there's some interesting stuff with that, and I think that's referenced in the book that I'm referring to, but I don't think I have said book. I don't know where I would find it. I mean, there's a lot of books and stuff in here. These are quest items, though. Yeah, I'd have to, there's gotta be in the menus somewhere. It's got to be in, like, the archive or something. Books, yeah. If I did do the quest, it would be in here, I guess. Oh, we could see ones that I don't have. I'm just looking at the ones that I don't have, and I didn't see the name. Moonlit Bamboo Forest. Maybe I did do the quest, but I'm not seeing it. Literal Ballad, a diary, Jayun. That's the stone forest, right? Stone beast, or stone, yeah, stone beasts, stone statues. I will straight up start reading some of these. The name is not here, so you know what it might be is maybe I've found volumes of these, but I haven't found all of them yet. I don't know. Unless there's something else. What is this, recap things? Oh. Oh, you just straight up see all the dialogue. Oh my goodness.
Hello, Traveler and Paimon.
This is cool.
What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on...
Never looked at that stuff, I don't think. Alright, let's go. Father, I brought another new friend back. Look, this is the friend we just met. His name is Ben. Beep. Oh, Tirzad's awake. Looks like things are going well with Father. I don't know how you came to that ridiculous conclusion, but let's not discuss that for now. What I'm most concerned about is, what is that thing? Didn't I just introduce you? This is our new friend, Ben. This doesn't seem like something that could be classified as a friend, could it? Doesn't this look a little like the same thing that just attacked us? You don't have a lot of friends, do you, Tirzad? Oh my god. No, I don't. Wait, what does that have to do with this? You're way too uptight. You just need an open mind, and you'll be swimming in friends in no time. Isn't that right, Ben? Beep. And you're too lax. So you don't know what Ben is either, huh? Its type must be related to the Ruin Guards. I don't know exactly how to operate it, though. But this unique model doesn't attack outsiders and can even communicate to a certain extent. I don't remember reading anything about this. Tirzad, what is it? Isn't that amazing news? This is the material that no one has worked on before. Huh? Wait a minute, could it be? No, it's too early to celebrate just yet. Maybe I was too narrow-minded and just happened to not see any relevant prior research on it. Maybe someone has already published 10 treatises and thoroughly studied Ben's genealogy. Me! Why does this guy always jump to the worst conclusions? Wait a minute, something doesn't seem right about it. Beep. Beep. What is it, Ben? Are you... Oh, Ben seems to be reacting to Tirzad's stone slate. Tirzad, pick the stone slate up and walk towards Ben. I hired you, don't tell me what to do. Whoa. Oh, Ben, you're amazing, Ben. Beep, beep. Beep, boop, beep, beep. Paimon doesn't completely understand what it's saying, but it seems happy. A small portion of the slate lit up. What does it mean? Do you have any idea, Tirzad? It's hard to say, only a portion was lit up. Besides, I've told you all before. Rigor is key to academic research, and you don't want to jump to conclusions, right? Oh yes, that's true. Hey, looks like we'll just have to find a way to light up the rest of the stone slate, right, Ben? Beep, beep. Hold on, I have a serious request to make of you, Shoggoth. This has nothing to do with Jabrail or Jet, so I kindly ask you give us some space. Huh? You're gonna reveal some kind of secret? Come on, I want to hear it too. Jet, mind your own business. But Father, we're all companions here. Doesn't that make it our business? Fine, I'll give you all the space you want. Let's go, Ben. Beep. You're gonna make me talk when we're already here. What's the matter? Why are you getting so serious all of a sudden? Can you help me take care of this stone slate? Huh? Isn't it really important? It is, and that's why I want you to take care of it. And to be honest, seeing it light up like that makes me uneasy. I don't trust myself if anything were to happen, if something were to happen. Besides, this weird thing also seems to have some sort of response to it. That weird thing, you mean Ben? Wouldn't it be better to give the stone slate to Jet to look after? No, I mean, absolutely not. How do I put this? Alright, I don't trust Jabrail. I feel like he has an ulterior motive, and since Jet is his daughter, they're obviously going to be in the same camp. Jabrail might be a man of few words, but Paimon thinks he's very reliable. Could you be overthinking this, Tirzad? Jet said it before. He's from the desert. Can you really trust the desert people? I'd sooner believe that Boniface didn't defraud me. What do you think, Shoggoth? My backpack's pretty big. Stone slate isn't heavy either. Paimon guesses so. Thank you, you're the only ones I can rely on in this vast sea of sand. You received the Scarlet Sand Slate that Tirzad entrusted to you. Fine, we'll take care of it for you for the time being. You're a huge help. The activated Scarlet Sand Slate possesses special clearance that will allow you to control various devices within the ruins King Deshret left behind. As you adventure further in, the Scarlet Sand Slate will progressively display key locations throughout the ruins. Follow the slate's guidance and use special clearance to unlock these devices, and you may yet reach places that none before you ever have. Oops, I can't hit space, I have to click.
I created
So
another
that's what I was here
universe.
for, specifically. And now we're going to be able to use this to get through these things. What's up, Jet? Hey, are you done whispering to each other yet? Tearzad's ready to set off now. We should find an exit as soon as possible. I don't need you to speak for me. That said, I am indeed ready to set off whenever. Great, it's been a productive day, and I've got a feeling that we'll find a way out in no time. Ben and I will go on ahead. Everyone else can follow us. Jet and Ben sure have hit it off. That's good, right? When it said Tearzad is ready to go, I read that like it was Paimon, like Tearzad was speaking in the third person. Yeah, some people... So about Paimon again, a lot of people think Paimon's going to end up betraying us in some way. Again, there's that link to the... A lot of people think she's somehow related to like the Sustainer of Heavenly Principles and stuff. Apparently there's actually in-game dialogue about Paimon appearing and disappearing from nowhere. Which... You never know how to approach that if you get into lore. Because it's like, is that just a joke commenting on like the UI elements of the game? Or is that supposed to be taken seriously? But like some of the voice lines of the Traveler talking to Paimon basically raise that. I don't know, how do we hear that? Is it I will hit the right button eventually. I don't know how I hit that second one. Profile. Yeah, about the windmills. So this is the Traveler and Paimon talking, and oh my goodness. That's a lot. But yeah, this is where I think it's at.
Just what will we come across this time?
Oh, it's so weird.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries. There's still a long road ahead. Maybe I wasn't meant for this world. This is not the end. Let me take over. Look out! Is this an answer from this world? A reward on the road? I'll keep this close.
There's a video from the Ether voice actor. It's like a short 1-2 minute video. It's very memey, very meme-ish, whatever you would say. Ish posting kind of stuff. Where he's like in there recording lines, they're like, oh wait, it's only grunts and stuff? They're like, yeah, that's it. Or it's like, oh no, you get other lines too or whatever, and it was like Windblade. Like, it was literally just that. Yeah, some people think Paimon is your god. I want to do that quest now. Seems to be a lot of interesting lore tied to it. I want to do like every world quest one day, but at the rate I'm playing now, that's not going to happen anytime soon. So, one of two things will happen. I'll either start playing the game more than just once a week, or I will skip dialogue. That's basically it. Or it'll never happen. Assuming I complete all of them. That's how it's gonna happen. Oh my god. Yeah, assuming I skip dialogue, that's the only way I see it happening. Alright. Dude, there are words in here. I am sorry. I don't know what's happened to my brain right now. I think I just said assuming I skip dialogue. Assuming I complete all quests, those are the only ways I see it happening. Because there's just so many. They've been stacking up for so long. It's going to be less and less likely that I see them all. They also keep adding more as well. You gotta keep that in mind. Alrighty. Let's see. You're different. Sweet. Can I escape? I don't know how far it goes. Yeah. What's up with this? Oh! You're gonna help me piece things together, aren't you? Ah, the puzzles being... Dude, they're really good at this incremental puzzle design, I have to say. Because that's an auto-solve thing, right? Like, or not really auto-solve, but like you pick the thing up, and it's really hard to not do that. But they show you exactly what has to happen. So that in here, they can add extra components to it if they want. And make you just rotate, you know, they could... It could be as simple as this time, now you actually have to rotate it. And in the next room, they can add a third aspect to it.
Destiny has brought me
Sacred
hither.
Seal Giant Serpent. So we have 2 of these as well. And I think I just burned both of them. Yeah. I thought I could pick both up, because you could do that with other things in the world. Not sure why this one's different. Alright, let me get my stamina back instead of continuously being at none. Now it comes back. I see how you are. Let me guess. What's gonna happen? There we are, see? We didn't really have to do much there, just now we had to rotate it. We make the 2 and then we rotate. But it's gonna get more complex. I love it.
Nice and spicy.
Oh, we got allies. I thought that was interesting. How many times do we actually have an ally fighting with us? Not very common.
Eye for an eye.
And this guy's dead. Actually survived, but only by a little bit.
Cry out my illustrious name.
What do we have here? 1,000 Mora. 20,000. That's amazing. I'll never need more again. Let me grab a drink real quick. I can feel a breeze. The exit must be close by. Keep looking. We'll be out of here in no time. Woohoo, we can finally leave. Although it's certain to be nothing but sand for miles around out there. At least we'll be able to see the sky. That's true. Where do you guys get all that energy from? First it's exploring, then it's fighting? Let's slow down a little. You and Father are the same age, aren't you, Tirzad? How many times have we stopped to rest so far? The mind of a child, the body of an old man. Jeez. Beep, 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 beep. I told you, I'm an indoor... Forget it. I'm the employer, so just listen to me. Everyone rests with Tirzad for a while. Oh? If it isn't Noctigal. There you are. When the door on the other side suddenly opened, I knew you'd found an exit. I brought Cyrus and the others over. Wow, that was pretty brave of you. What if it wasn't a shortcut at all, but a trap? Yeah, you got a point. You mean that it didn't even occur to you? Well, everything worked out fine in the end. We've reunited, haven't we? That's enough. By the way, we've got a new member here? That's great. But it's better to be cautious at times like this. But isn't it great that we don't have to double back to rendezvous? Now we can find the exit together. Follow the wind and find your way out, but don't let your guard down. Okay, got it. Or we follow a Sealy. I feel like there was another Dendroculus in there that I never got. Am I wrong? Like, they're here to give me stamina, but I can't run faster than the Sealy. Because then I'll have to turn back and I'll have to double back and get the Sealy. That's actually clever. Follow the wind. And they give us that Sealy because... how would we know which way the wind is blowing? So of course I go the wrong way first. At least I assume so. Where are we?
Stabilize.
Nice and spicy.
No rest.
Eye for an eye. More speed.
Yeah, so I'll say for a minute, I keep saying that dude is me.
Rack and ruin.
I say that because there's some things about him that are similar to things I've done where I was in a PhD program, but I really had no place in, I didn't belong there, at least at that time. I'm not saying I could never belong there, but I got accepted to it, and so they obviously thought that I had potential, but I didn't really have the passion for it. I just was doing it because I had I somehow convinced myself that I wanted to get one, and it kept me out of the job industry for longer. You know, it was like, well, this sounds easier than getting a job, so let's do it. So I didn't really have any business being there, if I'm being honest. Just, we have to be very clear on, you know, what I mean when I say a statement like that. Again, it's not like I could never do it. It's that at that time in my life and the reasoning that brought me there, I had no business being there, right? What 20 particles? Oh, one of these. So, when I started that program, at first it was, like I said, more school. Like, oh, this is easy, right? It's just more of what I've been doing all along. No big deal. But as it went on, I kind of got thrown into a situation that I had no idea how to process. And because I'm a very well-adjusted, healthy person, I processed it in a very healthy way. By that I mean, hold on, what is this? Touch cell. Oh! So you can move faster because you could see the floor now until this thing expires, I imagine. Cool, I did it. Oh, now the floor is gonna be permanent, maybe?
Cry out, my illustrious
There is a
name.
Dendroculus nearby. It looks to be maybe above where this elevator goes. So I was thrown into a situation I didn't really know how to deal with. Because again, at first it started with school, just regular school. I'm like, oh, classes, I could do classes, right? I could do homework and stuff. But as it progressed, at some point, you know, they're gonna expect me to be doing research and stuff. I had no idea how to do research. I had zero industry experience. Let's investigate this. Oh! We gave it an erection. Oh, that's cool. I legitimately have to sneeze again, too. Dude, I don't know what happened. It won't stop now. Hey, we made it out. Hold on. All right. So, we have a chest over here. We'll go for it too. So they expected me to do research. I had no idea how to do that. You know, I didn't really ask. I didn't have any plans. I never thought about doing research. I was like, oh, I got a PhD. I never considered what that really meant for me. Again, it was a way to just kind of keep doing school and kind of avoiding the job market and stuff. And what ended up happening is they were like, yeah, I think I was like 3 semesters in, and they're like, yeah, we want you to start, you know, spending time in the lab and stuff, and, you know, working on the getting a little bit more involved, getting closer to the actual, like, dissertation stuff. They had work that they wanted me to work on, but again, I had no industry experience, so some guy who was, like, finishing his master's had started some work, and then they were gonna basically be like, I could pick that up, and that could be my PhD dissertation. But I was like, dude, I have no experience outside of school. So, like, jumping into a big code base that this guy had with, like, no instructions or anything was very overwhelming. Like, no one to really help me or any... I mean, maybe I could have got more help, but it was, like, multiple things happening at once in terms of, like, imposter syndrome and, other, like, unhealthy or, like, bad things, basically, all coming together. And instead of, you know, asking for help in the way I probably should have, I kind of panicked and basically did nothing and ignored the problem and then ran away from it, in a way. There's more to it than that, but basically, though, they kind of stuck me in that lab. They gave me a desk. I went there for like one day or something, and I legitimately had no idea what I was even supposed to be doing in that desk, in that lab, or anything. So I was just like, oh, whatever. Like, I don't see a reason to go back. I have a computer at home. I don't need to be there to do anything. I don't know what they expect me to be doing in the lab. So I'm just not gonna go there. And no one ever said anything. It was never an issue. So I just didn't go, and eventually I phased myself out of the program altogether. I had been going to school for 10 years because I got 1 bachelor's, then another bachelor. Because I wanted to jump right into the grad work, but for good reason they didn't let me, because I had no relative experience for that grad work. You know, they're 2 completely different fields. So they made me take, you know, leveling courses, as they call it. But there's so many, and they're all like prereqs of each other. So it ended up being easier for me to just get a second degree and then go to the grad work. And again, they put me into the grad work, straight to the PhD program. They called it pass-through masters. And the way a pass-through master works is that you work directly on a PhD, and then at a point, once you've met enough credits, you get a master's, just by virtue of being in the program. Because there's 2 ways to get master's degrees. You can do it with or without a thesis. And basically it's like, well, you've met enough credits to do the non-thesis route of a master's, so here's your master's. However, ooh, is that the exit? Paimon can feel a little breeze coming from that end. That's gotta be it if you're asking me. Let's get over there. However, in my case, I took just about enough credits. They may actually have upped it a tiny bit. I don't remember. They may have required you to get a few extra credits if you're doing that, because you're gonna get enough anyway. I don't remember though. But I was really close to getting the master. But I was running into all those issues. I was, you know, like, I mean, I've already kind of explained how I was feeling about the whole thing at that point, and I was doing things in an unhealthy way. So, I took one summer. I'd been going to school for 10 years, and I took one summer where I said, I'm not going to take classes for the first time in these 10 years, and I'm going to look into getting a job. And if I get one, I'm going to be done with the degree for now. And, well, I was done. I got an offer, I accepted it, and I've basically hated it every day. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff that I can go into there. But this guy, I know we're kind of made to laugh at him or whatever. I mean, he is a nerd or whatever, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's a lot of similarities to just me in general. I knew this would be safe or something. Ah, the open sky and the familiar dust. It's getting late. There should be an oasis nearby. Let's set up a temporary
Destiny
camp
has
there.
brought me hither.
Yeah, we got double achievements there. What do we have? An unusual friend has joined the archaeology team. The exploration in the desert has just begun. Complete the Akasha pulses, the Kalpa flame rises. That wasn't the full quest, was it? Follow 20 Seelie to their Seelie courts in Hypostal Desert, land of the Upper Setek, and land of Lower Setek. Oh, I think we are. I think we are actually done with it. Because I don't... You have left the pit where the archaeological team... with the archaeological team. Now it's time to head over to the oasis Jabrail mentioned and get ready to camp there. Okay, so there is more. Now I should be able to do stuff with the clearances and all that, which is cool. Hey, little buddy. Alright, this is really, really quiet. But he totally makes like a little cartoony run sound. Oh, so this is something I was going to mention earlier, that there should be drafts in the desert. There actually are, okay. Because we should be able to get in this. I guess I forgot about him. I've probably seen him before, though. We'll be able to get in this. And do that. Love it. Alright, here's the question. Can I... Yep, I could save myself. Alright, I don't know if this is the same quest or not, but we'll check it out. It's definitely tied to it. Paimon never thought that there'd be such a place in the desert. A gem on golden satin. It's quite safe around here, right? I can finally relax. Can Ben get wet? It shouldn't be a problem, right? Actually, let's just keep it away from water. Beep. While Tearzot is resting, the rest set up a campsite. Ow, it hurts my eyes. Take a rest here. Jabrail and a rather concerning look on his face. He should be at a vantage point that allows him to get a look far away. Something, okay. I'd actually close my eyes a little bit there too, because the bright white screen was bothering me. Hey, this is where I just was at. That even looks cool now. The golden sandstorm and burning sun will exorcise the darkness on your behalf, guiding you who perished here and returning your spirit to the eternal oasis. What is it? It isn't anything important. Whose gravestone is this? Who knows, maybe it belongs to a nameless researcher who once tried their luck like Tearzot but didn't roll high like he did. King Deshret's secrets rarely reveal themselves to mortals. Tearzot gave you the stone slate, right? How did you know? Keep it safe. Is it important? Can't be unaware of its value, surely. Well, its value to whom? To our employer, of course. After all, he's depending on it to write his paper. Anyway, let's head back. We shouldn't keep Jet and the others waiting for too long. Nope, not yet. Is this one gonna suck? Doesn't look like it. I don't like ones that might make me switch elements to something not in my party. Yo, get back here!
Boba, get them!
Oh my god.
I condemn you!
has brought me hither.
Alrighty, let's go. So this may end up being a bit of a shorter session. We'll see. I mean, I really do want to keep playing, but I'm also kind of tired. So we'll see what happens. I'll talk about it in a minute. So Shoggoth, I heard from Noctigal that you beat up Storm Terror and were made an honorary knight for that achievement. Pardon me, but while you are quite skilled, are you really that powerful? Of course, Shoggoth's a hero in Mondstadt. You tell them about your adventures in Mondstadt. That's amazing! Well, books have been my only companion since I can remember, and I've never had the chance to travel far. Actually, this is my first time traveling so far from home. Right, Tirzad's an indoor zoology researcher, eh? Wow, that sounds so lame. I don't want to admit it, but my life has been bland if compared to all of yours. Just like this desert, it's practically impossible for those who lack strength to find a single unoccupied oasis. If you're so unhappy, then why not do something else? How about being a traveling merchant like Noctigal? Or do something you're good at, like me and my father. That's not bad at all, isn't it? It's not that easy. I come from a family of academics, so I've been receiving training like this since I was a child. Like how a farmer's son learns to farm, or a blacksmith's son learns to strike iron. While I'm not doing great and can't compare to the talented and established researchers of my family, but as such things stands, I'm afraid I can't just do something else. I guess I drank a little too much earlier. Why am I even telling you all this? Well, just laugh if you want to. I think you're being too stubborn. There's always a choice in life. I mean, just look at Bonifaz and I. We weren't born as traveling merchants, and no one in our families has even been to Sumeru. Don't make me cry, game. But we're still here with the northern wind at our backs. We don't regret our choice at all. Seeing the boundless world unfold before our eyes fills us with a sense of freedom. Yeah, I too think that you're taking things a little too seriously, Tirzad. Right, like the relative you mentioned earlier. Didn't she give up her family's rules, traditions, and everything else just to live the life she wanted to? Maybe she's somewhere in this very desert, just like us, bathing under the milky white rays of moonlight and braving the dry night breeze while looking back at the great day she just had. If only I had an iota of her courage. I never knew making decisions would be this difficult because I have never given them any thought. I think I've lived the life I wanted for as long as I can remember. That's really... Making choices is never easy. Is that so? Choosing one means giving up on the rest. Wait, is this like saying that there are 10 tasty dishes in front of Paimon and that choosing one will make the other 9 vanish? Oh no! If only there were 10 Paimons to choose each one. It's like the branches on a tree. While they come from the same roots, their endless division makes it so that some may not touch each other for decades or even centuries. Only when the entire tree withers and its trunk decays will those separated branches finally meet in the soil. Speaking of which, why did you choose to leave the desert, Father? You rarely mention your past, so I see all this very differently from Tirzad. I don't have family traditions, and I don't even remember my mother's face. I only have you, and you only have me. There's no large tree and no branches that tie us together. You might have left the desert long ago, and this might be my first time seeing it for myself, but I have this feeling that we are like grains of sand here in the desert. No family, no objective, but what we are is pretty free. Jet? The desert holds only the past. It has no future. If what lies beneath the sand and wind can be described as the truth, then I can only say that it perhaps isn't something that will bring joy to everyone. I gave up the path of seclusion not because it's a mistaken path, but because I found a better path. Jet, I hope you'll be able to take that bright path. I don't really understand you. If the path of sand isn't what you desire, then why accept Tirzad's commission? Don't tell me it's because you want to take a look at your past. I think you just can't forget the desert and the hot winds that sweep it. The strange thing is that I have no memories of the desert, but coming here makes me feel like I've returned home all the same. I love the sand, just like I love Paimon and Benben. Aw. This is a place with hope, too, I'm sure of it. Isn't finding Benben proof of that? It'll be a new day tomorrow. The ruins ahead are still waiting to be explored. Keep your chin up, Tirzad, no matter what others say. I think you're a brave person. You've taken that first step and left the comforts of your home. Now just do as you've already done and take the second step, then the third. I'm sure you'll get to that place where no one has been and find that special research material of yours. Even you can occasionally say some nice things, eh, Jet? Dude, don't be a dick about it. I'm just speaking my mind. After all, I'm as free as the sand. I see that record thing back there. But even the freest sand should rest at an oasis. It's getting late, so let's get some rest. I'll be on lookout tonight. And I'll sleep well with you on lookout, Father. You hear Jerbail softly and casually singing a peaceful tune as you fall asleep. Maybe it's an old local song. O stars high above the wasteland, O nightingales weary from the day, it's time to take off the crown of roses, cleanse yourself with wine made from grapes. Sleep, close your eyes. Yon golden slumber summons thee, wandering sand. Drink not that bitter salt water, for the sorrows of tomorrow have gone away. Camping out in the desert is terrible. Oh, come on, why are you being so negative again? Well, the two of you are adventurers. Let's talk about you instead, Jet. How can a young girl like you endure sleeping on the sand while dressed like that? I just can't figure it out for the life of me. Tearside, you're such a pampered guy. Tell me, will even a bean placed under 10 mattresses disturb your sleep? Of course not. Anyway, why would anyone sleep on 10 mattresses? I don't know, perhaps it might be a hobby of the wealthy, for all you know. But you should have expected that you'd have to camp outside. What else can we do anyway? Go back the way we came? Of course not. The material we gathered yesterday isn't enough to write anything good. Forget submitting it to the academia. Just reading it at the square would get me ridiculed. Oh, looks like you've still got some spirit, eh? Of course. This huge ruin is right before me. It must be the Kemenu Temple. As a researcher, I must go in and have a look, right? And there is this? Benben? Right, Benben. What a strange thing. Beep beep. I mean, such an extraordinary thing might even be closely linked to King Deshret's civilization. If that's true, I can't turn a blind eye to it. Going back the way we came would be worse than putting a bean beneath my mattress. You may as well have me sleep atop 100 Benbens. I'd never sleep again. 100 Benbens? That would really hurt. Anyway, before I collect enough material for my paper, I mean, until I figure everything out, I shall not leave. I've paid all of you very well too, so if we do encounter danger, I'm counting on you to earn that pay. Hey, come on, aren't we already companions on this journey? Of course we'll protect you in the face of danger. My father and I are professionals. Yeah, Shoggoth is amazing too. You have nothing to worry about. Who knows what the future holds? Better to be safe than sorry. Father? The merchants can rest in the oasis while we're away. Gladly. We've discussed our contingency plans, but we must bury some of our supplies before we leave. In the worst-case scenario, the merchants may be forced to leave. This way, we'll still have some supplies to come back to, even if that happens. Huh? Is that really necessary? Underestimate the sand, and you'll pay with your life. Since it's father, he definitely has his reasons. Well, it's always a good idea to prepare for every possibility. You do as Jabrail says, and carefully bury some supplies. This should do, right? Let's set out then. Slow down, my hangover isn't... Tearside, you better hurry up, or someone else might publish a paper about this before you. Don't say things like that. Shoggoth, you ready? Let's go too. Alrighty. Let's dig them up. There was a record too, we gotta grab that. Yeah, they're speaking to me a little bit here. Basically, you know, I talk about it all the time, and I think about it literally every single day, that I want to do something different, and I don't know what to do, I don't know how to figure out what to do. Like, the problem I have is that it's like I have a lifestyle, I have certain things I don't really want to give up on. Part of me also would just like to throw that away and give up on it. But I also have a lot of debt, a lot of student debt, and even just, you know, cost of living. It's not that I can't adjust my cost of living, but adjusting it on the fly is difficult because, you know, if you're living in an apartment and you cancel your lease, you could be spending a lot of money on that cancellation. And for me to live in this apartment, it's not the most expensive. I mean, this is honestly on the cheaper end for where I live. At least, you know, without going to like some terrible place where literally... Like, some of the reviews of some of the really cheap places are like, oh, bullet whizzed past me when I was walking up the stairs. Like, literally, I'm not making that up. I saw that on a review. So, I mean, aside from ones like that, this is on the cheaper end of, like, the decent ones around here. And you know, my friend had one not far, like within 5 minutes of mine, that was about $500 more a month, and it's smaller than mine. So that gives an idea. Like, I'm not, you know, completely bougie or something, but can we do this? Lack the clearance, of course. We'll deal with it in a minute, I'm sure. So yeah, I'm not completely bougie or anything, but I don't have a lot of freedom to, you know, give up a lot of income and still be able to live here. And then it's like I'm always on this indefinite, like, or this, like, excuses are easy to make. So what I can do is say, well, my lease expires in like April or May, and I'm at this job right now, so it takes me like an hour on a good trip to get back from there when I work in the office. Anytime I gotta go there, like, you know, it's an hour minimum one way. So I want to make that easier on me, so I want to move closer, but all the places there look expensive. So it's like I gotta find a place that's closer, that's not terribly expensive, that's also like not, you know, dangerous or, you know, filthy or trashy or something. Like, some standards, right? I'm not saying it's gotta be the bougiest place in the world, but some standards. There's nothing wrong with that. So I gotta figure something out there that gets me closer, but I don't really want to go to that kind of like, I don't really want to go in that area, if I'm being honest. I mean, I will, but I don't really want to. So then it's like, am I better off just quitting before then and doing something different? But again, I need some kind of income. I can't just quit without income. I don't have savings, really, because I'm paying down on so much student debt and stuff. And I'll be paying on that for many years. So, I mean, it's a tough place to be. But it's easy to keep making excuses, you know, and say, well, there's this, and then that shifts me down again, and that shifts me down again, and that shifts me down again, and I could just keep doing that. Huh? I thought it would be smooth sailing this time, but we still have to figure out a way to get the door open. Isn't that good news? At least that means no one's ahead of me. Even if they may have chosen the same subject, I got here first. The Academia's researchers aren't alone in coveting King Deshret's relics. What do you mean coveting? I'm doing legitimate research approved by the Academia. Don't you dare compare me to treasure hoarders. Let's just find a way through the door. Oh, Shagath, do you remember how Benben somehow made the stone slate light up? Let's have a look at it. We might even discover a clue. Huh? What's Tirzad's stone slate doing with Shagath? Well, Shagath here is an expert adventurer with much more experience in ruin mechanisms than Tirzad. Giving her this important item will help us make the best use of it. Yeah, that's it. That was my intention exactly. Is that how it is? Fine, you do have a point. So Shagath, have you figured anything out? Nothing so far. Well, Shagath does know nothing about research. It's never too late to learn. Even someone as knowledgeable as me can't figure anything out. I suppose I really must continue improving myself. If I spend 10 years working hard at the Academia, 10 years of hard work won't do anything for a layman. Just forget it. Dude, what a dick. Huh? But you'll never know if you don't give it a try. Oh, I don't know if I misunderstood that. I thought he was saying that about me. Wait, Benben's acting a little strange. Beep, beep. He's got to poop. Maybe Benben can open the door? Beep, beep. Cool. That's a very quiet door. Whoa, it's actually opening up. I didn't expect Benben to be able to do that. Beep, beep. I think Benben's saying that it's capable of more than that. Beep. Oh no, he can give fellatio. Paimon gets the feeling that Benben is much more useful than the stone slate. Or maybe we should ask this instead. Will this stone slate really be of any use? Of course it will, it has to. I might lose my mind if it's of less use than Benben. Be patient, it's too early to make any judgment yet. Well, you're right, Jabrail. A short-sighted researcher is bound to amount to nothing. Patience is a virtue. But neither Paimon nor Shagath are researchers. We'll need patience nonetheless. I'm terrible at Pursuing it. Yes, it me! I'm terrible at pursuing and waiting for things. Haha, but isn't life made up of exactly that? Shut up, dude. That's enough. It doesn't matter who did it. All that matters is that the door opened, right? Now that the door's open, you're eager to go inside, aren't you, Ben Ben? Beep, beep. Alright, Tearsard Archaeological Team, let's go. Beep, beep. Let's advance with caution. Oh, I know. We should be fine if we stay close to Shoggoth, right? Come on, Shoggoth, let's get moving. Is there going to be a Dendroculus in here? I feel like... Because I've been on one of these where, like, you can walk on that and look down. There's one right at the big pyramid. King Deshret's. So I don't think we can interact with all these yet, but it's a start. Yeah, terrible at, like, waiting and pursuing things. That's me as well, as I kind of just described. But I didn't go into full detail on how all of that would apply. It's just like this immense longing to get out. And I feel like I'm doing some things that are pushing me in that direction. But it's slow and it's, like, difficult to wait, you know? Let's check this first. Ben Ben. Ben Ben seems to know this place well, and for some reason doors seem to hold a special place in its heart. Maybe it's a bizarrely shaped key. But if that's true, then which door is its pair? Beep? Same thing? Yeah. Ben Ben has 3 corners, and so do the doors here. So Ben Ben's the type that's drawn to something similar to itself, huh? Shoggoth, no wonder they say you're an experienced adventurer. You observe everything in such detail. Beep, beep! Jabrail, what do you think about these ruins? You should ask Tearsard, he's the professional here. I'm just a brute. All I know about King Deshret are old stories that no one wishes to hear. Well, we know a little bit about King Deshret. Just saying. Where is he at? Down here? Yeah. There still hasn't been anything worth writing about. Would Ben Ben come if I tried to take it back with me? Wouldn't you have to change your research topic? Oh, right. It was the clues on the stone slate that led me here. How did I stray so far off my plan? I think I'd rather stay here. Hey, now you're acting like just like Jet. That thing, I mean Ben Ben, can only prove its true worth when it becomes research material for me. That's kind of weird, man. Sound a bit greedy when you say it that way. We have 2 options. I wonder if they loop around to the same thing. They may very well. I hope to see another hallway on the other side. I do not. You guys gonna wake up? I think they're the scorpions. I'm not sure why they're chill. Enigmatic. 1,000 Nights. So yeah, the torrent page, I think we have to just finish building the book. I think that's why some books show up, even though we can't read them. What's up with this? Primal Embers. These energy aggregations known as Primal Embers are commonly scattered throughout King Deshret's ruins. Go near to primal sconces that contain these primal embers to unleash them. Follow the primal embers to activate the giant primal torch. Once the primal torch is lit, King Deshret's ruins will also change. Primal embers are very fragile, so you'll sometimes find primal sconces along their travel path that can serve as transit points en route to the primal torch. Primal embers can also be blown away by the strong winds generated by the giant fan blades. What giant fan blades? Like, I hate when things do that. It's like, you didn't tell me there were giant fan blades yet. But anyway, if you wish to help the embers continue their journey, then you must find some way to stop these fans from operating. And the Scarlet Sand Slate possesses special clearance that will allow you to control various devices. As you adventure, the Sand Slate will progressively display key locations throughout the ruins. Follow the slate's guidance and use special clearance to unlock these devices, and you may yet reach places that none before you ever have. Can we equip it? I don't see it. Okay, just making sure. Why am I hungry? I hate being hungry. I might need to step away, go blow my nose, and get a decongestant as well. That. Wow, this side is lit up. Do we need to get to the other side to light up too then? Let's go check the other side out, yeah. This is easy enough so far. I like that those dudes didn't fight. No! I don't mind fighting dudes per se, but a lot of times I'd rather just like explore. So here's the thing, I actually like the combat, but sometimes I still feel like it gets in the way of what I really want to do at a given moment. Another torn page anywhere, maybe? What is going on here? Yeah, so one thing that I've said before, though, is that something that really inspires me is seeing people just, like, quit their job, quit corporate careers or whatever, and do what they really want to do. Except it's like everyone who does that, it's like they have an easy way to do it. And that's what's frustrating. Ben's been milling around the door, but nothing's happened this time. Beep, beep, beep. It seemed to have been talking to the doors earlier. Stop that nonsense. Doors can't speak. But something like Ben shouldn't be able to speak either, right? That's true. I guess Paimon's unknowingly accepted that Ben can speak as well, but can beeping really be considered speaking? As long as communication is achieved, it doesn't matter if the language used is something we're familiar with. For example, animals have their own languages, and the sand has its own language too. But if we don't understand it, Paimon's curious. Paimon really wants to know what Ben is saying. Just ask Ben if you're curious. Ben, what were you talking to the door about? Beep, beep, boop, beep, 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 beep. Oh, I see. Whoa, Jet, you understand it? Of course not. It's just as I mentioned before. I can sense some of its emotions. But once you can understand Ben's emotions, trying to guess what Ben's saying isn't that difficult. Well, to be honest, Paimon didn't sense or understand anything. Shoggoth, did you? Just a little. What, really? Well, no one has been here in a very long time. Oh, of course. Someone has been here, but they weren't able to open this door. Yeah, even Ben can't open it. The door is protecting something very important, and so much time has passed that it has almost forgotten how it used to open. People used to come here long, long ago, and some would even pass this way many times a day. I mean, it's such a huge door after all. People used to walk here, huh? Oh, it must have been a mischievous cat that no one could catch, which is why so many people passed through here. Huh? Wait a minute. Did the door tell Ben all of that? Of course not. They're just guesses I made based on Ben's emotions. I almost believed you. If I had unknowingly included it in my paper, wouldn't everyone laugh at me once I publish it? How will you make it up to me when that happens? Tirzad, that would be your own mistake. As a researcher, you should be able to distinguish the authenticity of the materials you collect. That was close. Paimon almost believed her too. Thank goodness we don't have to have any papers to write. Beep. We have a long journey ahead. Let's stop wasting time and get moving. Right, this place is huge and filled with doors. If we do this in front of every door, who knows how long it'll take us to finish. Wouldn't that be perfect? You aren't fond of camping outside, but this place has walls, a ceiling, and even the research materials you want. King Deshret's civilization fell due to tyranny, and this place is probably his mausoleum. I'd rather spend 2 weeks in the desert than spend a single night here. Tirzah, do you and King Deshret have jet? Oh, alright. Noctigal and the others are still waiting for us at the oasis. Let's continue exploring. Yeah, so what I was saying before is a lot of people seem to have a pretty easy path to escape what they do. In that they maybe have a significant other that can help support them. Or savings. They have a lot of savings they can live off of while they're doing something else. I have neither. I mean, those are two big ways that it can happen. Or they have no real commitments to anything. You know, the debt is a big one again. There's certain things about my lifestyle I would like to uphold, like... I'd kind of like to continue streaming because it's fun. It's not like it's a job or anything for me. It's not like it's profitable or anything of the sort, but it's fun. It's an excuse to play games and stuff. Like, games and music, I don't really go to concerts right now. I kind of haven't been in the mood for a while, but, you know, games and music I do enjoy. I'd like to keep coding to some degree. Like, I like working on projects. I'd like to make my own game. It all takes time, it all takes effort, you know. So the idea of like giving all that up is tough, you know. You have to make sacrifices, you have to make decisions, and if you're not willing to make those sacrifices, it's a question of like, what do you value more? And sometimes the answer is maybe neither of those things, but the status quo. And then it's a question of like, well, what motivation does it take for you to really make that decision? Right, so it could be the status quo in that you really just value some semblance of stability, and that anxiety or that fear of instability it holds you back from making actions as well. Maybe I'd be okay sacrificing some of those things, I don't know. But it's tough stuff, you know, it gets me thinking. It's stuff I've been thinking about for years, because I've made it very clear many times I am not happy with my career. And the idea of staying in my career longer than yesterday really puts me in a lot of mental anguish. And I do use that term very carefully and precisely. Now the other thing, something about Paimon not being able to understand Ben there. I'm not saying there's anything to read into this quest in particular, but that line reminded me of something from the Archon quest that came up in some theorizing about lore, some of the Paimon stuff that we were talking about. And I think it was related to the Sealy thing, but I could be wrong. But they called attention to the fact that when we were going through the to go to Irminsul, we were going through those memories or whatever, and it was like emotionally, mentally, physically draining or whatever. And, you know, Lumine mentions it, that it was like, oh yeah, this was tough. And Paimon's like, I don't know, I didn't feel anything weird as we were passing through there. That was critical, because that says something about Paimon, and I called that out. I said, is it because there's something intrinsic about you, Paimon? If there's something intrinsically different about Paimon, which is why she didn't respond, or she didn't have that reaction that we did. Another waypoint that I didn't expect. That's wild. Yeah, I thought I got all the waypoints. I never saw that one on the map. Or the other one. I went in and zoomed around like this pretty close, and I never saw them. So I think those are kind of hidden from the map for whatever reason. But that's interesting because it also tells me that there could be more. There could be one in here, for instance. There could be one in here. There could be one in these, but I don't know, they're right by other waypoints. Drink. I'm exhausted. Moreover, besides Ben, we haven't made any other discoveries, and that makes my exhaustion all the worse for it. Huh? This place is huge and we've seen so much on the way here. Paimon's sure there's a lot to write about. Right? Even if Paimon doesn't really know much about these things. Neither of you are a researcher, so of course you don't understand. What we've witnessed this whole time can only be considered as proof for existing research, except Benben. How should I explain this to a non-researcher? Let me put it like this. I want my paper to get approved by the Academia's review. It's like love. Your lover is academic research? The current situation is that I want to love it, but it seems to hold no interest toward me. Okay. So he's an incel. That was too much. A paper must stand out to pass the review. Just imagine that you're pursuing your ideal partner. If you're no different from the other candidates, then how will you capture their heart? This analogy sounds like a real stretch, you know? The way Tirzad thinks is really strange. In my opinion, a couple just has to consider each other suitable. There's no need to compete with others. We're still talking about academic reviews, aren't we? I shouldn't have made that example. Just forget what I said. I guess this is where our little chat ends. It'll be more efficient if we split up and look for clues. Alright, Fred. An archaeological expedition with no hope in sight. Who cares about efficiency? That stone slate has lit up once. We'll definitely find a way to make it light up completely. We just have to not give up. But how can you guarantee that? Wait, so you really do know something, don't you? What I do know is that there may be hope if we continue forward, but we'll leave empty-handed if we turn back now. Well, that is true. Tirzad, stop worrying about this and that. An indoor zoology researcher like you has finally gotten the opportunity to enter some ruins, so just treat it as a chance to view some of your senior's research subjects for yourself. You're right, I should be more professional, but even if we were going to split up, I want Shoggoth to stay close to me. I want to explore freely too, you know. Then we'll explore freely together. There's no danger here, and while you might be a researcher, you're terrible at puzzles. You'll just be a burden to Shoggoth. Exploring ruins has never been my forte, but if I'm given enough time, and pen and paper, then such problems will be no problem at all. Alright, anyway, just shout help me if you're in danger or something. One of us will get there in time, probably. What if none of you do? It's as impossible as breaking open 10 bad eggs in a row for breakfast. I think you need some lessons in mathematics, Jet. I can introduce a teacher to you once we return. Huh, looks like this path has come to an end. You know what? Why don't we go back to the previous room? Oh, because there were multiple things in there. Woohoo, this door's already open. Maybe Jet and the others found some way to get it open. Guess they're pretty reliable, eh? I'm confused. We didn't even do anything in here. There's a whole ass room and we didn't do anything, and it's like, hey, this path is done. Paimon. Trust you. Collect 10 within 40 seconds? Alright, let's go. What's this? Challenge completed.
Destiny has brought me hither.
Now I wonder if there was one on the other side. Yeah, there's more things to search. Maybe there's a book page or something here. Enigmatic page. I think I heard a Dendroculus popping in and out of existence. It happened closer to the door. We'll check on the way back. Basically, they make sounds when they show up on the map. A little plopping sound or whatever. Nah, nothing. Okay. Benman seems to have a lot to share with doors. If only my father and I could do the same. Let's check it out. Look out below! While exploring within King Deshret's ruins, you may encounter platforms with unique etchings on them. These platforms are named illusory keystones, and when stepped on, they will disappear. Do not hesitate when you step over them. Press on. What happens if you fall? But I have to know. There's a Sealy down here. Why would I not check that? Why would anyone not check that? This may actually lead to the same place, because it's the first one. Maybe not. Where are you taking me, dude? Taking me into this room, which is kind of where I want to go. We're very near a domain.
What trinkets lie veiled within?
Oh,
Solidified.
cut off dialogue.
I condemn you.
Ah, there's one. Somewhere. Damn, no challenge. There is a Dendroculus, though. Little bastard.
Stabilize.
All the raw meat, though. I haven't really done cooking in ages, and I've been just collecting this stuff. If you, I was talking, but if you were listening, you might have heard the little sound. Not enough clearance, okay. Why am I doing the full rotation for one of these? Yeah, I haven't done cooking in a very long time, but a lot of these dudes here, like the Sumpter Beasts and stuff, they drop hella meat.
Rack and ruin.
It was kind of smart of them to actually put some enemies that drop meat. Because previously, I don't think any enemies dropped meat. So what I mean by that being smart of them is oh, wait a minute. It did lead to the same place. So I think we need to go in here and look for something. Yeah, I guess we do need to just climb up there. I didn't do that. Duh. Alright, yeah, I don't think there were any enemies that dropped, like, meat or, you know, what is it? Fowl, poultry, whatever the birds are called in the game. So as a way to reduce grinding for materials, smart move. Ah, yes. Flip all of these. Come on. Oh my god. Go! Alright, I did it. Barely. Where did the ember go? There it is. Did that give me a chest? Oh, it did. Damn it, and I fell. Oh.
What trinkets
Not
lie
where I
veiled
expected
within
it.
this desolate plain?
Okay. Ah, that's why I couldn't go through here. That makes sense, doesn't it? Are there going to be fans now? Or is this back in the main area? We've been here, okay. Paimon guesses we'll have to light up both sides here too. I agree, Paimon. We'll go back here, maybe? Can I remember it? Where is Fa? No. I don't remember. I like the sound, though. I like the song, I just can never remember it. Alright, you hear that sound? Pretty sure that was a Dendroculus popping out of existence. I don't see one on the map. You have to be closer to them for them to appear, but then they stay on your map. Like, let's say you have to be 20 meters away for them to appear, but then they won't disappear until you're like 30 meters away. Have you found any clues? I haven't made any progress over here just yet. I've seen this! We looked down from above, yeah. Where does this go? I remember seeing this ship and it made me think of Viking stuff. Alright, we can get back up here easily. I want to drop down and just look around for a minute. What's your deal? Oh. Apparently nothing. Apparently, I might need to go grab that thing and bring it down here too. To activate that. Why am I doing this again? Just kill it. You look and one-shot that thing.
I condemn you.
Yeah, so this, and then can we take it down here? No. What about here? Oh. Why did this activate? Oh, there's some fans. Large fan blades. These huge fan blades will blow out strong winds that can obstruct progress or blow primal embers away. If you wish to pass through them, you will need to wait for moments when the fan blades stop moving, or look for a device that can cause them to stop altogether. Give me them 2 primo gems. Or is it 1? Yeah, it's 1. I guess this is where we're trying to take the thing. And then we're gonna get it to that door, I imagine. Okay, let's go back up there and bring it down here now. Oh, this, I did not think this was flat. I thought this was a carving, or like a statue kind of thing. Why was that thing just floating there? Don't get blown away, no. Okay, no, you're fine to go this way, but then it's going around the fan after this. Okay. Go. Now. It stopped. Perfect timing. Now it starts back up. Okay. And we got you home. It's gonna light this. No. I was curious if this other corner lit up. Oh, yeah, it did. So it is gonna light that. Because there's a bunch that are unlit, so I think we're gonna have to do more of these, or is that it? Great, as expected of my assistant, no mechanism or puzzle shall ever be your match. No need to exaggerate. Shoggoth is impressive, but you should help out too, Tirzad. Speaking of which, didn't you complain about being exhausted and not discovering anything so far? How are you this motivated now? It's because my researcher's intuition tells me that we're about to make a breakthrough. Researcher's intuition? Is it like an adventurer's instinct? Oh, Paimon gets it. That's the ability to predict that there will be an ambush at the corner or a trap behind a door, right? Then you'd better be careful, Shoggoth Father. Let's prepare for battle as well. What are you all talking about? The researcher's intuition I mentioned is based on vast knowledge and careful observation. It's akin to a flash of genius. But what you said does make sense. My consideration is lacking in that aspect. Well, if there's danger, I'll be counting on all of you to do the jobs I hired you for then. What's going on, Tusk? How am I? I am sad. This game is making me sad. How are you? Ooh, look at the waypoint. It's freaking out. I love it.
May the glory of the Prinzessin bring light to this world.
This kicks ass. We take this? Yup. Sacred Seal Sunrise. I think these might be related to the clearances. I have no idea. We'll find out, I guess. Is this a mural? Whoa. Hey, Tirzad, are you alright? Me? Of course I am. I'm terrific. I've never felt better. Since Paimon and Shoggoth aren't from around here, it's understandable that you don't recognize its worth. As for Jabrail and Jet, I guess it's a knowledge issue? No, it isn't something you should have knowledge about. Paimon, let me test you for a moment. What can you discern from this mural? There are many people, and something like a sun and an eye. I guess Paimon has no talent for this. Why'd you even ask if you already knew that, huh? And what about you, Shoggoth? What do you see in this mural? Insignificant subjects and a great king. Exactly, that's exactly what this mural symbolizes. The sun and the eye symbolize King Deshret. I was actually going to say that. Beneath him are the 7 pillars, so we call them, that hold up King Deshret's pyramid of authority. As for his subjects, they are insignificant. They dare not express any complaint. They are forced to submit. But even so, they couldn't escape destruction. Is that really the case? Come now, how can I be wrong? The theme of this mural fully conforms to the depictions of King Deshret in everything I've ever read. Oh, good for you. A terrifying king who used absolute and supreme authority to keep all his subjects beneath him. But this mural feels so peaceful to me. Everything feels so orderly and everyone has their own place and duty. Isn't that good? What kind of crooked interpretation is that? Jet, you can make up stories about Ben talking to doors, but deciphering murals in the history of King Deshret's civilization is my area of expertise. Dude, you are a dick. But now I won't hear any buts. Everything I have said has been proven by prior research, and this mural will become part of Humana 2. This guy's a dick, and he's just like, well, we've already done this before. It can never be wrong. Of course, I'll be the one to write it. Jet isn't entirely correct, but you You know very little about the sand. Ha! You've hardly said more than a few words all this time, yet you're standing up for your daughter now? I may not be a match for you in a battle of strength, but I have Shoggoth by my side. Bitch, don't you throw me into this! Shoggoth, you'll take my side, won't you? That's not appropriate. We're all traveling together. No, we're all companions on this expedition. Even if our opinions differ, we shouldn't fight over it, right? What? Together? I started this expedition and I paid for it. All of you are employed by me. About to employ my foot up your ass if you don't calm down, dude. Moreover, I'm the only one with formal academic training. Oh, Mr. Academic. A layman has no right to speak on academic issues. One who only draws from others can hardly call himself an independent researcher. Oh, then let's hear your unique insights. This destroyed kingdom was once strong and beautiful. It may be difficult to believe that all of this was built in the desert. And you only see the obedience revealed on the surface, but fail to notice the direction of the people's hopes. It was their hope which tied the people of the sand to King Deshret. They thought this would help them overcome the calamity, but we know the outcome of that. Even delusion should have limits. Are you trying to overturn all prior research? I don't think there's sufficient evidence for any of this nonsense. Well, what a coincidence. I too do not think that the opinion of a struggling researcher who came here out of desperation holds any weight. I never knew you had such a sharp tongue. Father, arguing won't change a thing. Exactly. Paimon can't figure out what you're arguing about, but if it's academic, there's always room for discussion, right? So put your differences aside for now. You can't convince each other anyway. Yeah, so let's continue our investigation. Perhaps we'll discover more clues. Then we can see who is right and who is wrong, all right? This is infuriating. I shouldn't have discussed academics with a layman. Dude, this guy is a dick! Why did the screen shake? Did he fall? Whoa, what's going on? It's a door. Whatever it isn't my fault. This path looks like it leads upward. He sounds like me. I always say it wasn't me. I don't see any traps. Paimon wonders where it leads, but staying here won't change anything either, so let's continue, shall we? Thinking like a scholar or something. It went away too quickly. Vanumana or whatever it is. So... The Secret of Al-Akhmar. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. I mean, we've already done the Archon quest, so... We know a lot, and we know that academia has a lot of issues. A lot of issues. They're very elitist, and he's giving off that elitist attitude right now. I should not have discussed this with a layman. They are often very much dicks about it. And again, we're seeing that right now. I don't like it. I don't like that kind of attitude. And I don't like the attitude for... And that's the point of the story. I'm not saying they did a bad job writing. That was their intention. But the academia, basically, especially with the Akasha Terminal, they have this idea, like, there is a truth, we already know that truth, nothing else could be the case. So their research seems to be a way to back up what they already know to be true. At least in his case, and I assume in many other cases. Oh, it's freaking out. I don't know if you see it freaking out because you only get 30 FPS on the stream. The YouTube video should be 60 though. So hopefully it shows what I'm seeing. I don't know what frame, like, what I mean is it's jittering, but it might be at exactly the right frame rate where you can't see it at 30 FPS. It's like flickering with an interlaced TV. If it's interlaced instead of progressive scan. Wow, these ruins are magnificent! Those aren't ordinary ruins. If the records are correct, they should be King Deshret's mausoleum. It's where the tyrant is buried. Should we still go forward then? We've kind of been under there. It's okay. It's okay, Paimon. All questions have an answer, and all answers slumber here. Huh. I will do this even if all I achieve is showing some ignorant mercenaries the error of their ways. Shoggoth, let's head over carefully. Now I might be able to interact with some of this stuff that I couldn't interact with before. If some of this stuff is lit up, it probably wasn't before. Yeah, here's what I'm talking about. There's stuff down here. But here's a better question. Yeah, I looked at that boat before. Here's a better question. Do I even go inside today?
Stabilize.
I'm gonna be honest, I originally intended to go inside. That was why I was doing this quest, but I might call it here, because I mentioned I'm tired. I want to go take some decongestants and stuff too, because my nose and stuff is jacking with me. But I also really want to see where this goes. So when I was watching it's Rednus is the full name. When I was watching his videos on this, well, it wasn't specifically on this, it was on, it was the Archon quest. He just kind of walked into the temple like nothing. I don't know when he did this quest, so he must have already done this quest. Where are you taking me? I haven't stopped yet, Tusk. Maybe. You know how I can be. Well, I think it's time to stop now, and then I go for like 6 extra hours. Me playing Factorio. We'll see, because I'm looking at a couple things here, and it's like, well, if I can grab this and grab that and stuff, and then, you know, what's it gonna mean? What's it gonna do? So here's where I need to bring a little gem thing. Glowy boy. Is that just it right here? Oh, it's just this. Tusk says, it's time to end the stream. The end. Yeah, just chill. It's gonna last like up to 15 minutes to 6 hours or somewhere in between. Yep. I mean, I regularly, back when I first started streaming Factorio, you know, I would always be very precise at doing exactly like 4 hours. Back then, I was way more precise than I am now. And of course you're gonna lead me to the enemy, which I don't want to fight. I just want to... No.
Freeze to the core.
I've been trying to avoid him this whole time.
Eye for an eye.
But I used to be way more precise. And Factorio would be those streams where I would go like way over. Like, oops, I just did an 8-hour stream. It's the middle of the night. I have work tomorrow. Don't mind me. Cursed co-op, you mean? Yeah. I forgot about cursed co-op. I forgot that that's what we called it. It's been so long. Where is this man going? This is a different one than before. First co-op wasn't as bad though. Not as Factorio. I mean, I think we started doing that for first co-op. Nice. A chest. It's just a titty. Still waiting on Copperbeard.
Destiny has
Yeah.
brought me hither.
I need to take a page out of his book. I need to cash in my 401k and just stop working. I've thought about it multiple times, but the problem I run into is I look at the value of it versus my monthly income. And I'm like, yeah, I can't really afford to do that. I mean, it would get me a few months, maybe up to 4 months max, based on what I currently have. And I'm like, well, cool, I could quit working for 4 months, but that's not a lot of time. You know, I mean, I quit, I have no plan. By the end of that 4 months, I need to have some kind of income showing up. If I don't, I'm in trouble. We're gonna do this. Let's go for it. I'm torn, but let's do it. Paimon feels even smaller now that we've gotten closer. Paimon feels as insignificant as a grain of sand. That was also one of King Deshret's means of ruling, building huge spectacles to instill the idea that his subjects are small and insignificant into them, thus achieving the objective of domesticating them. The act of using huge amounts of manpower to build such a spectacle in the desert is a testament to King Deshret's tyranny. Beep, 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 beep. Whoa, so Ben can even open a door this huge? It's difficult to say. Maybe it just opened on its own. It might have nothing to do with Ben. Oh, you dick. God, why is he being so stubborn? And explain to me how this thing, Ben, opened the door. What's the logic behind that? Paimon doesn't know either. Dude, it literally just beeped. I know you don't understand, like, computers and stuff the way I do, but it could be literally beeping a command, like a binary command or something. Ben, what is it? Do you want to go inside? Is there something you're familiar with in there? Beep, beep. A grain of sand is insignificant, but an ocean of them possesses immeasurable strength. Researcher of blind faith, do you really have the courage to set foot into the sands? We're already here, so of course we must go inside. Still, my researcher's intuition is telling me that the danger ahead is incomparable to the dangers we've faced so far. I doubt I can trust either of you desert dwellers, so Shagath, I'm counting on you to keep me safe. Come on, it's just some differences of opinion. It isn't that serious, is it? Huh. You don't get it at all. A collision of views in academics is no different from a battle. Oh, you fucking nerd. Jeez, this guy's really getting more annoying by the minute. So are all of you done? It's not that easy to hold Ben back. Sorry. So Ben really wants to go inside, huh? Let's stop delaying then. I think he's got to poop again. You know what I could do before more dialogue happens? Actually, yeah. Whoa, why Ben's going so fast? Hey, it's dangerous over there, Ben. You know what I could do? I was thinking about it earlier today, actually. I could look into taking a leave of absence, which makes me nervous, because I always feel like that's a good way to kind of get replaced. There are ways to do it, though. But I could look into a leave of absence, and the thing is, generally, you can't get paid for that. There's only certain ways you can still get paid on a leave of absence. But I could rip out my 401k, get by for like 4 months or whatever on a leave of absence, and then I'll still have my job lined up for when I'm back, for when I'm ready to come back, or when I run out of money. That could be an option I could do. You know, just live off my retirement money for now. Pay penalties, pay extra taxes, and live off my retirement money. Hashtag fuck taxes. Also, fuck the penalties. It should be my money. I think it's all a big scam. Not a fan of taxes. I've made that very clear many times. Not a fan of taxes, and the thing is with the 401k, if you're below the age of 55, you're not allowed to withdraw your 401k. And, I mean, you are, but you receive a 10% penalty to what you withdraw because it's all a scam. It's all stupid. Like, if it's my money, I should be able to use it. But it's not really my money as far as I'm concerned. If it's my money, I feel like I should be able to withdraw it at any time for any reason without penalty. To me, the taxes are penalty enough. Dude, thank goodness Ben's alright. Seriously, stop rushing off so quickly. What if you got into trouble? Should that be called an injury or a malfunction? Does it matter? There aren't any doctors or technicians here anyway. Beep? We do have a bunch of angry adults, though. You're absolutely right about that. I'm not angry. This place is full of evidence. It will not take long to prove that I'm right. I mean, look at this huge coffin. Tisk. Wait, what? How do we get this thing open? You gotta get jacked, bro. Paimon can't figure out if he's brave or cowardly. What are those? The huge statues here. Don't they look like guards? They're so intimidating. Tearzad, Paimon thinks it's best if you don't touch anything here. They're just rocks. We have nothing to fear from rocks. There may be a mechanism around here somewhere. Let me take a look. We should split up and search for clues. Alright, Fred. Also, Tusk, that sounds metal. I approve. Try to open the sarcophagus. 0 of 4. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was another, slab. It's a pity that Ufira will never get to see this. Ufira? Paimon's never even heard him mention that name. Someone you trying to bang? Another one of your children? What's up? I'm not saying you're trying to bang a child. Oh my god, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. I need to stop. No, I'm not trying to say that he wants to bang one of his children. That's a little bit better. I was making two separate statements. Is it someone he is trying to bang, or is it another one of his children? Here we go. Alrighty. We're good now. Let's just get away from that one. Let's not revisit that one. These mechanisms in the desert are quite different from the ones that we've dealt with before. So do all the mechanisms count as research material that no one else has worked on before? Perhaps Tearzad should go on more adventures instead of being an indoorsology researcher, you know? Yeah, can we not, like, have to read that while we're dodging things, too? A slab! No, give me the slab! Give me the titty slab! I see it. I synced it. Where are we taking this? Oh wow, I'm dying. Like I knew it was gonna hurt me, but not that much. Alright, we got a shield up, so let's jump in here. Hell yeah! Hit it again. Hit me, daddy trap.
Gather.
Alright, I guess I could take the thing in here. Let's go. How does a lava wall even work, dude? What do we have in here? No clearance? God damn it. I'm thinking of Star Ocean Divine Force right now. And how you can use Duma to zoom around. Kinda want that. I'm hearing the Dendroculus popping in and out. I saw two of them in that middle room. Or rather, they popped up on the map when we were in the middle room. Cry out my illustrious name. Is this one? Alright. I forgot to read what Paimon said. It's more cubes!
Stabilize.
Let's use it to heal.
Gather.
Alright, that's good enough. I'm so lazy. I did say I'm tired. Okay, we still can't interact with that. I'm gonna poop on it. Father feels so unfamiliar right now. What's going on? Ben, do you know why? BE? Where's the asshole? Where's the dick? You know, it sounds like I'm talking about, like, porn or something at this point. Asking where the asshole and the dick are at the same time. Alright, you can't go through there yet. You got traps incoming? So if we open this, we're gonna get that laser shining through, yeah. Told ya. Cry out my illustrious name. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verurteilung. No? I just always expect her to say, for I, Fischl, something. I always expect to hear that when she does that cry out my illustrious name line. My brain auto-completes. Bro, what? I wait awkwardly? It like shoved me to the wall when I jumped earlier. There we go. Better not make me fail because of that. I think I have plenty of time. Yeah, it's back down below. Oh, we can go back here. Perfect.
What trinkets lie
Perfecto
veiled within
mundo.
this desolate plain?
A balloon parade. What are you talking about? Dude, fuck balloons. I hate balloons. Balloons are terrifying. Guess this problem solved, but it seems like it's not enough. There's still another... There was a slab that I saw earlier. No, but I'm serious. I don't like balloons. Why don't I have clearance, dude? Do I have to do something? Foreign pages. 1,000 nights. 5. Collect all 10 pages. Dude, I am so tired, though. I am gonna stop after this quest. Okay, what if that gives me the clearance for that over here? Let's check. What if there's a relation? Did it change color? It's still red. Verdammt. Verdammt. What do I think of golems? Golems are okay. They're not balloons. Balloons give me a lot of anxiety, though, for real. I don't like them. Go, like, I don't trust balloons, that's the thing. You know, I've seen a balloon just sitting there minding its own business and it just pops out of nowhere. That ain't cool, man. I don't like that. I don't get down like that. What the hell?
Stabilize.
Eye for an eye. Rack and ruin.
Quicksand treasure hunter.
Hither.
Nice. Nice. Another clearance thing. Dude, clearance sucks. If you ever are asked to get like security clearance for a job, don't do it, it's a trap. I'm kind of joking, you know, people do what's right for you. Like, that's the serious answer, but I do not like having to deal with that kind of thing. It's like, I don't really like responsibility. That's a big chunk of it. I don't like responsibility, but there's actually more to it than just that. It's the side effects of that particular responsibility that I dislike even more than the responsibility. Because if you work in a place where you need clearance, there are all kinds of side effects. They cram you into shitty rooms that have like noise proofing. Like, they're made to be noise proof where people can't be eavesdropping. You can't bring in any kind of unauthorized electronics, anything with a microphone, anything that could, you know, send communications out of the room, essentially, are verboten. There's a lot of interesting noises there. I didn't realize until like after I finished climbing, I was like, wait, what was I just listening to? Well, that's 3 out of 4 sides are alight. I guess we just need one more. Shit, I thought we need 6 more. Okay, but for real, there was a slab in here, a titty slab, right? We couldn't get to it. Why not? Can I climb? Not with that stamina. Or is it gonna come from another angle? How do we get in there? Not here. Or here.
Gather.
Son of a ball sack. What about here? Is there a way to, like, open that?
Solidify.
Take that hit. Well then, I have no idea what to do. We can go this way, however. I might have to look into these slabs later. I might look it up. Alright, here we go. We should be getting near the end. I assume. Can't be that much more. And before it's a Genshin quest. I.e., it's like another 4 hours. Oh, this is sick. It's another... Oh, Shoggoth, as impressive as always. I'll definitely credit you if I'm able to publish my paper successfully. Although what we're about to do is disrespectful, It's all done for academic progress. I promise it's not for selfish gain. Oh, you... shut up. Huh? Wait, huh? There's nothing in here. How is this possible? But these diagrams... wait a minute, let me think. Yeah, it's just glowing. I get it now. This has to be an illusion. Of course, King Dashret knew that inquisitive researchers like me would come with the desire to get to the bottom of things and uncover all his secrets. So of course he wouldn't let others get to them that easily. Thus he built this huge mausoleum and prepared so many doors and rooms. Okay, before we go any further with that though, I do want to comment on something. I don't know what quest it is, but in one of the lore videos I was watching, they did mention that maybe it was even more than one quest, but there was at least a quest that has different dialogue depending on whether you've done some Archon quest or not. I don't know if this is going to be it. I just thought it was interesting. Because we've learned stuff about King Deshret from the Archon quests that no one else would presumably have known right now. He even went so far as to prepare illusions like this to mislead us. The most important things wouldn't be placed in such a conspicuous spot. Moreover, this place is too low, way too low. The real treasure is definitely higher up. It must be in a place closer to the sky. You mean that place with all the weird energy flowing into it? What utter nonsense. Oh, well, let's hear what you think then. I may not be able to say what exactly it's for sure, but I know for sure that what you say is untrue. I like that. Technically, it's kind of correct, but not really. Like, it's like that is a contraction for it is. I may not be able to say what exactly it is. Oh no, that's fine. I read sure because, never mind. I was like, okay, I thought it was a typo. The untrue at the bottom, it turned into shore and it blended together. I told you I'm tired. Huh? Does someone like you even have the right to say that I only draw from the work of others? You don't even have the intelligence to use the work of others. Indeed, but I'm still convinced that you know too little about these sands. Stop going on about the sands. What you see is the truth. Just you wait. I'll find solid proof that you can't refute. Up! Let's go upward. Shoggoth, let's find a way up. Paimon's worried that Tirzad will get himself into trouble if this goes on. Is this some kind of elevator? Well, that's convenient. We'll be able to go up this way, so let's go. This looks cool, though. I wonder if we're going to find a way up to the very tippy top. I would assume there's going to be a way up there at some point. To the actual top platform, the inverted pyramid up there. I don't know if this is going to get us to it, but I assume there's going to be a way up there. Get to the highest floor of the mausoleum of King Deshret. Once again, can't go this way. But there is like a thing in there. How odd. Don't make me do artifact stuff right now. I don't feel like it. What I need to do is cash in some artifacts for ones that I want. There's the artifact box thing or whatever. I've never checked it out. Theoretically, this should be where King Deshret's organs are stored. But just like before, nothing physical is stored here. Huh? What do you mean? Oh, I have a theory, but I need more evidence to prove it. Father, what do you think? I'm sure you know something, right? Even if you didn't tell me or anyone else. The stone slate is the key, but it cannot open all doors. Even the key must first receive acknowledgement. Beep! Beep! Oh, Benben's link to this place is obvious. But what do you mean, the stone slate must receive acknowledgement? That's just absurd. Benben, who do you think is correct? Beep? Now that I've calmed down a little, I can understand why Jabrail is challenging my views. You said that he was once from the desert. Perhaps some experiences, maybe even verbal, have been treated as knowledge. Not that they are true knowledge, of course, and naturally there are no academic records of such things. His superstitions are understandable considering the society he lived in. But yet, do you really think that Benben's words are worth believing? These are, after all, words that came out of nowhere instead of an actual academic researcher, you know. Oh my god. Why is... Dude, they are really just... really laying into it. I wanted to use some other words there. Huh? But Ben has helped us a lot on our trip. As for you, Tearside, you've been nothing but talk. I doubt your speeches, high-flown though they sound, are even entirely correct. I get the feeling that my father knows more, and that if he would just tell us everything he knows... Repeating something wrong 1,000 times won't make it right. Shoggoth, Paimon, you are adventurers with vast amounts of experience, and unlike that father-daughter pair, you have no link to this place, so who do you think is right? Well, you can't just spring that on us. Ben is right? But no one here can really understand Ben. Even if you asked us, we wouldn't be able to answer a question like that. Instead of worrying about differing opinions, why don't we focus our attention on a real problem, like... Oh, right, didn't the stone slate light up earlier? But there are still so many blank spots on it. So do you think we'll find clues about this stone slate here? Why don't we take a look at the stone slate, Shoggoth? Beep. Can we now get more clearance? Is there 4 levels of clearance? Whoa, it's shining. Looks like it's opened up a new passageway too. So it really is a key. But if you look closely, there are still empty patches. Tearsad, can you tell us about the symbols on it now? I'll have the answer once they're all lit up. It's still too early now. I can't jump to conclusions. You know, that does make sense. If the people of the past were fond of using inverted sentences, we may come to a completely opposite conclusion if we don't have all the information. You know, Paimon kind of doubts that would happen. Since the passageway to the next place has shown itself, we have no other choice but to push forward. Will things really go that smoothly? Paimon keeps having the feeling that something is leading us forward. Going back the way we came is an option. How can we turn back at this point? My masterpiece just needs some final touches. Just that tiny piece of decisive proof. I expect all of you to stay until the end. Dude, I'm gonna keep calm. I'm gonna keep it on the level. Certain things don't like that particular word, so I'll say it this way instead. How can you be such a fuck to everybody, and then expect that we're just all gonna be like, yeah, cool, we'll pal along? You're like, dude, you are just being a fuck to everybody. Should you really call a decisive piece of evidence tiny? Paimon may not know whether Jabrail or Tearzad's correct, but we'll definitely get an answer if we continue, right? Shoggoth, let's be more careful from now on. Dude, he treats us all like shit. He calls like, you're layman, I shouldn't even be talking to you. You're under my employ. If it's not from the academia, it certainly can't be true. Oh, something popped up that I gotta press G for, but it, you know, it's hidden. I fell asleep. Shoggoth. Hey, Shoggoth. What happened? Oh, thank goodness, you're finally awake. Damn it. Cue the Elder Scrolls V meme, right? Paimon doesn't know what happened either. We were here when Paimon woke up. Maybe it was a trap? Anyway, let's go look for the others. Ah, you're finally awake. What was that? I don't know what that said. Some of the devices in King Deshret's ruins will allow you to increase the clearance level of the Scarlet Sand Slate. The higher the clearance the slate possesses, the more devices it can control, which will allow you to enter the areas you were not able to before. Yeah, increase clearance level, same thing. Well, we get a primo gem for reading it in here.
Worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
Did I auto
I'm sure the good
unlock
people
that?
of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine, mein Fräulein.
I think I got an achievement. I'm not sure. The ink bottle has a fearsome power, thinking like a Vahumana scholar. Even the key must first receive acknowledgement. Okay. There's so many in here. What's next? Open a total of 120 treasure chests. Nice. Nice.
I hear the voice of fate.
Now, the patterns on this device match the symbols that just appeared on the stone slate, so that means we can pass, right? Whoa, this place looks sick. Holy shit, dude. Over there, it's the Fatui. Jet and the others are there too. Come on, we gotta go help. Okay, Jet and Jabrail, they're pretty cool, but I don't know about that other dude. Tearzad is a fuck. That's what we call him. There's another word I'd like to use though. I wouldn't mind, like, I wouldn't mind saying it normally, but and I would, like, in real life, but hold off here on the internet. Although maybe I shouldn't. I don't know.
Eye for an eye.
This is it.
You're finally here, my savior. I woke up to find myself in this place, and my whole body felt like it was falling apart. That wasn't even the end of it. I went to great lengths to finally find Jet and her father, but the Fatui attacked again. Oh, that's terrible. Paimon, Shoggoth, did you see Benben on the way? Benben is gone. I searched all around the area to no avail. We didn't, did we, Shoggoth? We didn't. Then Benben must be up ahead. It's the only one left alone now, so we must find it soon. There's no need to be so anxious. The way I see it, it probably only got lost because it likes running off by itself so much. Benben has helped us so much. It's part of our group. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be so cruel as to abandon a companion. I must find Benben. Its capabilities are undeniable, Tearzad. I'm sure you're aware of that. Even you, Jabrail? Fine, you win. Let's find Benben first, but I'm leaving if we encounter the Fatui again. Speaking of which, what are the Fatui doing here? Is this some kind of archaeological hotspot? That's impossible. I wouldn't have chosen this place if it were such a hot research topic. What, you mean the giant pyramid with energy flowing into it from the sky might be, you know, might attract some attention? No way. True, after all, you said yourself that you aren't a very great researcher. You probably wouldn't stand against those, stand a chance against those elites. Hey, it's called avoiding battles where victory isn't guaranteed. Either way, this place may be more troublesome than we expected. Let's advance carefully. Alright, we got a couple Dendroculus. I think they're... At least one of them, I think, is on the surface. This is where I came in, right? They might both be on the surface, I don't know. Oh, no, there we are. So I'm pretty sure that's one of them. I'm pretty sure that's this one and I just didn't mark it very clearly, but I really don't know. It could be the case that there's another one higher up that's not showing up right now. I see a Sealy. I'm gonna be a little overly cautious and not remove the Dendroculus from the map yet. I'll just try to remember this for later. Where am I at? Behind the pyramid. Okay. What's up, Mr. Sealy, man? Where are you taking me? I see it. This is right past that glowy boy. The zoomy boy. I'm really, like, kind of sad. I have that Caves of Quad character I started off stream, and I cheat engined my way to be really powerful and all that. But I can't, like, play anymore, really, because I'll get to things that I haven't experienced yet, and I don't want to do that off stream. I want to experience it on stream.
Rack and ruin.
What if the doctor's the reason we passed out? Oh, it's because the objective is below. I was like, what is this coming out of the ground for? What is going on here? Do we have to time something? Maybe. Is it gonna time out? Yep. I see what's gonna happen. Can I send you back? No. So this has to go 1, 2. This has to go 1. Here's what we're gonna do when it comes back, like now. It's gonna do its 1, 2, and this is gonna do its 1. And now they'll match up. They'll meet up. Almost perfect timing too.
What trinkets lie veiled within this desolate plain?
We got a desk. Sacred Seal Thunder Strike. Narrowly avoided a copyright claim from AC/DC. It wouldn't be copyright. I don't think it'd be trademarked, but I hate trademark stuff like that. It's like, who was it? Was it Sky News or something? That, Microsoft had SkyDrive. And then they're like, no, we've trademarked the name Sky. You can't call your product SkyDrive because we trademarked the word Sky. So stupid. It might not be Sky News, it might be something else, but it's something with the name Sky in it, obviously. Sky News gets to call themselves Sky News, that's why I'm thinking it might be them. But I don't want to slander them. The thing is, it's less about the individual company and it's more about the process as a whole. Even if it is them, they're one example of many that do that. Of many, many. No enemy yet, that's promising. Alright, we're gonna wait a little bit. He has to leave the area. Otherwise I'll burn him and he'll shrivel up. Shrivel up like a burnt wiener.
Nice and spicy.
Alright, that's 2 out of the way. Here's another. And I think...
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
yeah, I was like, I thought I just saw another one. Beautiful. All these goodies
My
here.
illustrious name.
More stuff down there. Challenge over there. We'll go for this first.
Stabilize.
If it's just a quick fight, then it's going to be easy enough. We're getting to the point now where it's been almost an hour since I started this, by the way. I started this about 45 minutes ago. The one where we went into the big pyramid. So it is going to take a little bit longer than I really wanted to be playing at this point. Just because of how tired I am. Then I'm at the point too where I'm supposed to have something on Tuesday, like a design for something I'm supposed to be doing.
My illustrious
I don't even know where to start on it. I don't even know where to start on it, and I don't even have the energy to do it. So I'm probably gonna lose sleep over it tonight. I usually have a lot of work nightmares on like Sunday night, Monday morning. Have I mentioned that I hate my career? Oh no! I was like, what is happening? The way this looked, I thought I was supposed to just zoom all around. I don't trust this. I still like these floors like this though, it's pretty cool. I still had like a minute? That's ridiculous.
What trinkets lie veiled within this desolate plain?
Alright, but what's over here? That's the way forward, so what's over here? This is, it seems like the last, valid route.
I condemn you.
Oh yes, power up my, my special, that's good. That's very good. Ah, more clearance stuff. Okay, but now I know that I can, like, be increasing it over time. I will maybe have to reach a point where I decide not to continue this. If it's gonna be like a super long quest, where it's like, now, go across the desert and increase your clearances and stuff. Like, at a point, I'll just say, okay, yeah, there's no more today. Like, the Aranara quest was that's a meme at this point. Because the Aranara quest, a lot of people started. I did that too, actually. I was like, yeah, we'll start down this quest line. It should, you know, it should be a fun little side track. And then it's like 10 plus hours later, it's still going. So they want me to go down there, but what's up here? I understand there's some interesting Aranara lore as well. I've talked a lot today about Paimon lore. And apparently there's something in the Aranara quest line which I would consider this a little spoilery, but it is side quest material. And I mean, I know what I'm getting into when I watch a lore video. But basically I think there's something in the quest line where they say something particular to Paimon. And I guess some of the thoughts, again, that people are saying like Paimon is the god of Seelis or something, and she just has no memories or anything. And I think maybe people were saying that Aranara are also like part of that same like race or whatever. I don't know if that's what people are trying to say or not. I don't fully know what I'm hearing sometimes. They sometimes reference things that I don't fully understand.
What trinkets lie veiled within this desolate plain?
But it's fun to listen to. Like, I think lore stuff can be fun, but I think it can also go too in-depth for my taste. That's where all the Dark Souls stuff went, years ago. I don't want to call it... Okay, that has 2 deals on it. Yeah, so the reason I called out, like, I might need to just not do the whole quest tonight is because this has 1, this has 2, we just saw a door down there that has 4. If it's gonna make me do all 4 to get through this one quest, and they're not gonna start happening very quickly, then I won't do the whole thing tonight. But anyway, I don't want to, like, I'm not... Why are the Fatui here? Are they afraid of heat, dressing like that in the desert? If only they run into the Eremites and start fighting each other. Let's hope so, let's hope so. Anyway, again, I'm not trying to say anything particular to any of the Dark Souls lore people. As in, oh, we got a little Finnick boy! I'm not even attacking until he leaves. I refuse to attack Finnick boy. So the Dark Souls lore people were great at what they do, But I thought they got way too in depth, and I thought there were way too many like reaches and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe that's what they intended when they made the game. But a lot of times it just feels like too much for me. Like they kind of went off a little bit off that deep end for me. Yo, that looks sick. The thousands of entombed chambers added to the archive. Well, if I've never played the game, Tusk, of course. I mean, that makes sense, right?
Just following orders.
Just following orders, huh? That worked great for the bad guys in the second big ol' war.
Eye for an eye. Destiny has brought me hither.
Well, so like, when Dark Souls lore got to a point where it was like cross-referencing like 8 different item descriptions, and like 2 of them were items that, you know, most players would never even see. It's like so obscure and just so like off the rails, and I'm like, yeah, I can't possibly care about that at this point. I thought the lore stuff was cool at first, and that was the point where I'm like, yeah, you lost me. I'm kind of done with this. Oh, we're exploding. My bad. Because, like, for me, at first, you know, I was super into Dark Souls back in the day. And so the lore stuff was cool just because it provided new information for a game, a series of games, if you count, like, because at that point it was just Dark Souls and Demon Souls. But it provided this new context
Cry out my illustrious
for a
name.
game that I really, really liked. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, I never realized this stuff. I don't read all the descriptions and all that, so I never knew this stuff. And then it went from just, like, some basics like that to being, like, you know, hypothesizing these crazy theories in, like, you know, 20-minute-long videos. Again, with, like, the most obscure item descriptions.
Freeze to the core. Eye for an eye.
Huskers over there, yeah, they get all like, and jail pooped at this moment. Normal person, who cares, lore writer? Oh, you funny dude. Punches him. Leave my house, please. I don't even know who you are.
What trinkets lie veiled within this desolate plain?
I love it. I mean, that is kind of what it gets to, though. I mean, it almost legitimately gets to the point of something that ridiculous. Like,
Shall be punished. Where are you?
we learned from this item description, if we run a Caesarean cipher on it, we can determine that Yor masturbates once every 3rd full moon.
Winter shall eventually come.
Yo, why is this place turning into the chasm? Did you hear his little sound effect when he started running? It's so adorable. I love it. It's so
What
quiet,
trinkets
though.
lie veiled within this desolate plain?
I wouldn't hear it if I didn't have the headphones on. Okay, so can I do this? I definitely get down here.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Wait, what's next? It auto-rotated, I think.
Nice and spicy!
Alright, hit this, because I think I gotta hit it while I get a chance.
What trinkets lie veiled within this desolate plain?
Have I ever read the lore about the Demon Prince? It's tiny because almost no one cares about the boss. I was gonna say, no, fuck that boss. I don't want to read about it. I want to mod it out of the game. Alright, but can you guys open this up? There's a thing I want in there. Okay, there's a hole in the wall. Yeah, like I'm saying, this place is like, it's opening up quite a bit. It just keeps going deeper and deeper. Oh, I was about to say, you better not block me from this way, too. Sacred Seal Valley. Demon Prince is gonna be one of your reasons you're gonna hate the DLC. Sorry, little weasel man. You're adorable, too. I actually don't want to hurt you. It's too late now. I'll at least take your meat. What's going on in here? Alright, so back to this though. I feel like it's gone off on a weird tangent talking about Dark Souls and stuff. So back to this, because this one's interesting in that it's been the first thing in a while that's got me to really care that much about lore to the same degree. Because, again, I run into that problem a lot, where I'm just like, alright, you guys are getting too into it. This is the most into lore I've gotten in a while. I think there's a lot of cool stuff in some of the games I've been playing. Caves of Quad has a lot of cool stuff. I'm really interested in it, but I haven't really had that much time to learn about a lot of the stuff either. So I don't really know how much it's going to hold me as I continue playing. So I think there's just a lot of potential for the stuff here in this game. There's been a lot of really cool lore, like big lore drops and stuff that have piqued my interest here lately, with the sky being fake. What was the other? The Traveler is listed as the fourth descendant or descender from another world, but the Traveler's sibling is not listed as a descender. So there's some interesting stuff there. Obscuring Cells, a mysterious device within the King Desheret's ruins. If you approach it while bearing special clearance, you can cause walls near it to become transparent illusions, which should help primal beams pass through. Alright, but what do I do? Do I rotate? Oh. What the hell's going on back here? I like nothing. Over there talking about Lisa. I think Mona's got more than that. Just saying. Oh, I know what I have to do. I have to match this up too. Yeah. I was confused.
Destiny has brought me hither.
I really like, I say it all the time, but I really like the environmental puzzles in this game. That's part of what I like so much, is you come across a little, it's just a little self-contained puzzle. You don't spend an hour on it, you know, you don't spend 30 minutes on it even. You just spend a couple minutes. Like, hey, what's this weird thing I just ran across? And you just dick around with it for a few moments, and eventually something happens. It's like, oh, that's what it is, cool. And you get a little reward, and you move on with your day. You're done. It's very nice feeling. Little quick bursts of dopamine, I guess. If you want to get into psychology, maybe that's part of why it's so satisfying. Not a lot of games really scratch that itch At least games that I've played. So we haven't done one of these in a minute. Didn't expect one all the way down here. Stop it.
Gather.
Okay. Flower. No? Where's the other one? Over here?
Solidify.
Is that everyone? I don't see anything else happening, so we're gonna assume it is. It's really quiet.
Eye for an eye.
There's like no combat music
Blood
here.
of frost. I condemn you. Rack and ruin.
Stabilize.
There we go. Easy. There is a Dendroculus right there too. I just saw it.
What trinkets lie veiled within this desolate plain?
What if like... What if Factorio had like a bunch of lore? Just a weird game like that. Alright, where am I? Am I way under one of the other pyramids? No, not quite. Oh, we're at the hole where we fell down before. In the Archon quest. Kind of. This isn't the exact hole, but we're near it. Alright. Now which way? Which way did I come from? No idea. Because it looked like there's a couple routes here, maybe. I feel like this is the way I came from, so it looks like there's 2 more routes. Yo, this place is wild! It's never ending! What the hell? I'm probably gonna bounce soon then. I'm probably gonna wrap up. Because I don't see this ending as quickly as I thought it would. It's already been an hour since I entered this pyramid. And now we're finding this whole ass section here. Because what I keep trying to do is I keep trying to backtrack. Oh, wait a minute. This is backtracking now. Okay. We did see this doorway before too. I recognize where I'm at. Okay, that's good. What I was trying to say is what I keep trying to do is backtrack back towards like the actual quest thing. I'm trying to fill out all the loose ends, explore everything, and then go back to the actual quest marker. But I keep finding more and more spots to check out. So it just takes longer and longer. We're approaching the edge of the map here. What are they going to have in store for me on this direction? Whoa! This is back towards the quest, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So I saw this earlier. No enemies popped out. But it's too... That gets too on the nose, like something's gonna happen. Lizards! More lizards. Nope. Nothing really special. Okay. So now I guess I can go back towards the quest thing and we'll push a little bit more. I really don't want to keep going much longer though. I want to go get some rest. I'm really dreading the upcoming week. I mean, the good news is that I get 2 days off this week, but that doesn't make the days I have to work any easier. Don't get mad, don't get mad. No, why? I don't want to fight you.
Solidify.
No rest.
I condemn you.
I had like a passive mode on this game, so I could just do the quests and... I said earlier, though, I want to be clear, I actually really do like the combat system. Just like, a lot of the times I'm like, I just want to do the thing and not worry about the enemies. Proceed deeper. Deeper. But now I've cleared all that other extraneous stuff, so... I can just kind of keep pressing on. This can't be. There's no sign of Ben here either. Do we have to go even further? Ben, we gotta find it, and soon. Yeah, I thought we were supposed to be going to the top, and then we, like, fell asleep and fell down, or whatever, so now we're, like, super deep, I guess. Proceed deeper within to find Ben. What's going on down there? You want me to go here, but what's down... Oh, there's another, waypoint. Yo, that's... Yeah, that might be a good spot to stop, actually. There's a tablet. Thunderstrike. Again? Oh. Well, where does this take me? If I can do that to go back up very easily, then where does this take me? Does this wall break? It might actually break. You know what might happen? So earlier we saw something just like this. There was this, there was a wall, and it was like a dead end. And then here just a few minutes ago when I walked up to that other wall, it broke. And I was like, oh, I recognize where we're at. We're on the other side of something that I've already been to. I think this might function the same. It looks like we're gonna get a waypoint, and that waypoint's probably gonna be a good place for me to wrap up. Proceed deeper. Wait a minute, these Fatui are in cahoots with the Eremites? Maybe we should just head back. No way, Ben could be just right ahead waiting for us. Well, you can stay here yourself. You don't even think about leaving your employer behind. What do we have?
What trinkets
Various
lie veiled
goodies.
within this desolate plain?
Okay, so where do we want to go? There's really no... Yeah, there's really nowhere to go down here. Okay. This doesn't look like it to me. Wait, unless this is, that rock. One of these gonna pop open? No? Oh, son of a bitch. Hate when that happens. Usually they're worth just a few bucks, you know, nothing crazy. Sometimes a wind gust pops out of one like a moment ago. In this case, some psilocybin popped out.
Nice and spicy. I condemn you.
Alright, here we are at the waypoint. That room's... I wonder if it was a trap. Why did it send us here? It's common practice to attempt to expel trespassing outsiders. If you want technical details, you'll have to wait until I return and ask some Kshahrewar experts. Oh, but I wonder if King Dashret was a tyrant like you say, why wasn't that a lethal mechanism instead? We're just lucky that we haven't encountered one yet, and I hope that we never do. Look, we can continue our expedition on this path, but I don't want to give up when we finally found some clues about the stone slate. Shh, those guys down there aren't friendly. We must find a way around them to proceed forward, or... Also, that auto-skipped. I didn't do that. It's the Fatui and the Eremites again. You know, Shagath, Paimon's been thinking, did they kidnap Benben? We've got to rescue it. Jet, calm down. Are you kidding? I'm just an ordinary researcher. I come here to solve academic problems, not to fight. We wouldn't have been able to get here without Benben, and Tirzad, you'll never be able to solve those academic problems of yours without Benben either. That's right, we've got to rescue it, even if it's just for the sake of completing our expedition. You're not afraid of them, right, Shagath? Don't worry, Shagath's an expert at dealing with the Fatui, but we should still be careful. I'm gonna be really careful. So careful, in fact, that I'm gonna take like a week to prepare, and I'll be back on next Sunday night to play this more. So thank you to anybody who showed up, whether you're lurking, chat, masturbating, whatever you like to do while you watch the stream. I appreciate it. If you're new and you like the stream, hit that follow button to catch more.
I created
If you are
another
watching this in the future on
universe.
YouTube, congrats on being in the future. I would appreciate if you would do all that fun YouTube stuff. You know what it's like. Like button, subscribe button, notification bell, all that good stuff. I stream every day here unless I'm feeling bad, like really bad, like last week. But then my streams go up on YouTube 2 weeks later. So I guess next week's going to be a little empty because of this last week. But yeah, so that's about how it goes. I do 2 streams on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. Right now, Monday, Wednesday, coding streams. I program in Rust, doing a roguelike tutorial. Tuesday, Thursday is Ready or Not, which is a tactical shooter. I'm going to be doing that until Dwarf Fortress Steam comes out here in a few weeks. And then Friday, Saturday night, Caves of Quad. Saturday, Sunday day stream, about 10 a.m. Central, is Star Ocean, The Divine Force, until I beat it. And then Sunday night is Genshin Impact. So that is it. I am exceptionally tired. Tusk has redeemed a hydrate. I shall drink some water. And that is that. So until next time, have a good day, have a good night, whatever it is, wherever you're at. Take it easy.
They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
Oh no!